to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Mortgage Group. I've been teaching here at Guerin Catholic for 13 years. I've been assistant coach also for 13 years. And I think it's important in today's world that we have young people growing up with the morals and values of faith-based education.
Hello, I'm Dwayne Thompson with Integrity Mortgage Group, and I support Guerin Catholic High School because I'm good friends and business partners with assistant coach Tommy Mascari. And any chance I have to support a Christ-centered education for today's youth, I take advantage of that opportunity and support in any way I can with my time, effort, volunteering, funds, and commercials like these.
Together we soar.
Guerin Catholic Sports on IndianaSRN,
where you're always in the game.
The first of two basketball games tonight from Heritage Christian High School.
What?
It's coming to you live on IndianaSRN tonight, Coach.
We get two tonight?
That's right. We're double dipping.
I didn't get the memo.
Well, that's what's happening.
What's our second game?
Well, we got the girls first, and then we got the boys.
These two teams are playing twice?
That's exactly right. Bishop Chatard and Heritage Christian.
Wish I got the memo.
In the first of two tonight. It's a rematch of the sectional championship game from last season between these two, the Trojans and the Eagles. On the girls' side, set to tip off our boys-girls doubleheader, coming to you live here tonight on IndianaSRN. Tonight's broadcast is being brought to you by the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Burtner Electric, your licensed and experienced electrician serving Central Indiana. By IUPUI Sports Management, a lifetime of sport with a winning degree. Piper Logistics, 3 services, 1 logistical solution. And Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown farm equipment dealer. Alongside the coach, Keith Myers, Jarrett Lewis with you here again. And these two teams very familiar with each other, both in the Circle City Conference, Coach, and just the familiarity, like we said, playing in the sectional championship game against each other last year. The Trojans getting the better end of that, and an impressive season for them last year, finishing 17-8. Kind of slow starts for both of these squads this season. Both teams under 500, trying to not only get a conference win, but get back on the right track.
Yeah, and if you look at Heritage, they won a big game the other night, Tuesday night, against Catholic Christian, another conference foe, so they're one up there. They're also one up on the City Alliance seeding, because this is not only a conference game, this is a City Alliance seeding game. So you look at both of these teams and you go, okay, I'm 3-4, I'm Chatard, but I can make some big headway toward that long goal of getting a better seeding. If you're Heritage Christian at 3-5, you know, Coach Weissman is not disappointed with their team. Very young group of new ladies, and they don't have a superstar. They have a team committee with this ball club, and it could be very interesting to see what both of these teams have in store for us. I'm kind of excited. I kind of like the double dip. You get a 6 o'clock start, and you get about a 7:45 to 7:50 start with the boys. I will tell you, the boys game, you got to stay for the boys game because it's going to be a doozy. But this one could be very interesting, and we'll see how the young Heritage Ball Club comes out with the veteran of the Chatard Trojan Ball Club.
That's right. We got the girls game tipping off here shortly around 6 o'clock, and then the boys will soon be after that, approximately an 8 o'clock tip-off. Coach Cassie Wiseman in her second year at the helm coaching this girls team of Heritage Christian. She has an 18-13 overall record. On the season, the Eagles are 3-5. Before their win that you mentioned just a few days ago against Covenant Christian, 61-34, that was a conference victory. They had lost 3 consecutive games. So both of these teams have been on losing streaks this season, and it is a young group, like you said, Coach. There are 5 freshmen listed on this roster, and after you lose so much firepower, so much scoring from last year, of course, Ari Wiggins, who averaged more than 25 points a game last year, you bring in those young girls to try and rebuild this program. But I'm sure if you talk to Coach Wiseman, she's not thinking about rebuilding. She's just thinking about, we're going to work the best with what we have. Even if we do have freshmen, we're still going to put our best ball out there.
Yeah, we'll talk about it when we come back from the break about what she told us yesterday in our pre-wrap for her, and then go and look at Coach Wagner. He's a new guy. He's a new kid on the block. He's been wanting this job for like 13, 14 years. Finally gets the job, and he made some comments that could be very interesting. But we're going to take our first break. You're watching high school basketball on IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Getting closer to tip-off from Heritage Christian High School, the Eagles set to host a Circle City Conference foe in the Chatard Trojans, a rematch of the sectional championship from last year. With the coach Keith Myers, Jarrett Lewis with you here on IndianaSRN. Now talking over on the side of Bishop Chatard, we mentioned the young and possibly just inexperienced, just such underclassmen on this Heritage Christian team. For Chatard, it's a little bit different. Mostly seniors and juniors listed on the roster for Bishop Chatard. They are led in scoring by 2 upperclassmen, in Izzy Davis and Caroline Bell, 2 of the starters for the Trojans. And Dan Wagner, in his first year, taking over a team that won that sectional championship from last year and fell in the regional championship too. So they went a little bit farther. Yep. But Dan Wagner has to be pleased with taking over a team with such good talent from last year.
Yeah, I got to talk to Dan Wagner when they played Cathedral, and one of the things he said was, Keith, it was so exciting to say, I got the job. I got my lifetime job. This is what I want to do. This is the kids I want to coach. And, you look at Katie Fisher and the success factor that they had previous years, and then he says he's got to rebuild because the thing he has to do, he has to establish his program. It's no longer Katie Frazier's program. It's his program. And building a program, as I have done for many years when I was a coach, it's tough to have a Casey Pierce or Luke Jones to say, but we didn't do it that way when with the other guy. Well, you have to set that precedent because the other guy is no longer here. And then when they buy into your system, I think they're pretty happy that they have a state championship ring on their finger in the Christian basketball setting.
They're coming off a win in their last game 2 days ago against Whiteland, 62-45, but also have had a rough stretch to the start of their season. They actually began the year 2-0, but since then had gone on a 4-game losing streak up until that win that we just mentioned at Whiteland earlier this week. 3-4 this year. So far are the Trojans of Bishop Chatard, averaging 47 points a game, which is just 2 points shy of Heritage Christian at 49. Bishop Chatard is giving up 55 points to their opponents. So a slow start, not necessarily, but both teams still a long way to go, a lot to figure out with their ball clubs. 3-4 the record for Bishop Chatard, 3-5 for Heritage Christian, and a crucial conference matchup. It's so much riding on this game. It's still early in the season, Coach, but I mean, this is a game that can really set yourself going forward the rest of the year. There's
to look at Coach Wagner, and how about the varsity coach of the boys come down and talk to you and say, "Hey, fella, warm them up for us." That's kind of neat that the boys are already probably settled down, ready to go. That's pretty cool that that happens. I'm sure that's the same thing happened with Heritage Christian and Coach Wallace. And, kind of skimpy on the crowd right now, but let me tell you, it will start filling up, and this is a nice little city rival game, so this will be a fun game to be on, and I'm glad that we're going to bring not only this one, but the boys game as well. Yeah, the boys game will follow up very soon after the conclusion of the girls' side, as both teams have head to their respective benches, and we'll get close to the national anthem and tip-off here from Heritage Christian High School. IndianaSRN, pleasure to be here with you to give you both games tonight of this boys-girls double header. Starting lineups for you for Bishop Chatard. All upperclassmen again. Caroline Bell is in there along with Carly DeCastro and Kate Caskey. That is the backcourt. Grace Adams and Izzy Davis, two seniors that are in the front court for Chatard. On the home team side for Heritage Christian, Grace Marshall, one of three Marshalls listed on the roster, along with Jada Wilson, Audrey Boer, who's their leading scorer, Jocelyn Marshall's in the starting lineup, and Molly Eckel. And you got to be really kind of interesting. Molly Eckel getting a starting position the first time in a long time that she has started. Could be very interesting what Molly brings to the court. She could be the factor. One last break before tip-off, and we'll be back with girls varsity action here on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has two warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Back at Heritage Christian High School, the Eagles right now being introduced. Again, their starting lineup, Grace Marshall, along with Jada Wilson and Audrey Boer. And the final two, Jocelyn Marshall and Molly Eckel. That's the starting five for Heritage Christian coach.
So you look at the Marshall, and then you look at the young freshman, number 5, Crow, who's not starting tonight. Kind of not a different change of the way Coach Wiseman has had the starting line the last couple of games. You know, sometimes when you have a little mix-up of your starters, all of a sudden it adjusts, and all of a sudden your kid's coming off the bench produces a little bit better because you had an opportunity, or they saw the action before what was going on, so they could see how they adjusted that.
To tip it up for the Eagles, Grace Marshall is in there, but it's the Trojans that win the tip with Caroline Bell under center on a quick turnover, trying to dump it down low. But our first whistle gives it over to the Eagles.
And turnovers will be a key in this ball game. You want to limit your turnovers. You want to make sure you have a key open basket and hit the open man or girl so you can have the shot.
Eagles, their first possession. Boer on the drive, a nice little runner in the lane, and Audrey Boer, the leading scorer for the Eagles at 12.5 points, gets us started.
And if you're Boer, you're pretty happy that thing went down.
Boer, one of very few seniors on this roster. Outside, 3 is no good. Offensive rebound for the Trojans, and a jump ball between Marshall and Bell.
Heritage Christian ball.
And the possession error does favor the Eagles. Second on the team in scoring, actually a tie for second, is the two Marshalls, Corinne and Grace, at 7.7 points a ball game. Swiping in and nearly getting the steal. Boer gets it back, draws a foul, and she'll head to the free throw line.
Thompson on the foul, her first, to team's first. Boer's at the line for 2.
Thompson was in the starting lineup for the Trojans. We thought maybe Kate Caskey would get the start, but sure enough, we'll see Caskey come off the bench as Boer misses both of her free throw shots. And the other way, the Trojans, for the first time, trying to get on the scoreboard. Bell in the short corner, trying to get around Boer, but she gets cut off, kicked out. 3 from the right wing, misses everything, but Bell's there to keep it in play.
And I will tell you, that shot is out of the picture frame, but that's how high that shot is, ladies and gentlemen.
Up and under, shot no good from DeCastro, and another offensive board. That's 3 for the Trojans, but they still can't come away with points.
Take that lid off the basket.
Boer with the basketball. Tries to dump it down, and Adams nearly steals it away. Marshall kicks out to her sister. Looking to set 2 screens up top for Wilson. Just a freshman is Jada Wilson, and has already been making an impact in her first year at the varsity level. Spin move in the lane and a kick out, a long possession, but will it come up empty?
Wow.
Referee steps in and says last touch by Chatard. They get it into the backcourt. Boer will put up a 3 that's just off the mark, and Wilson gets an offensive rebound for the Eagles. Boer with a nice kick out. This 3 also no good. Not very good shooting through this 2.5 minutes so far.
Both teams struggling to get rebounds.
And Chatard has been able to get offensive rebounds, but can't get points from it. The defensive side yet to put together a box out and going the other way. And here's a ball that goes out of bounds, but it'll stay with Bishop Chatard.
Wiseman picks up the loose ball. Now, back in her day, she would shoot from there, Jared.
Coach Wiseman making sure her defense is on top of this out-of-bounds play, but a break in the defense. Still, the Trojans can't get a ball through the net. Again, down low, Bell draws a foul. It'll be against Jocelyn Marshall. And Chatard with a chance here at the free throw line.
Jocelyn Marshall's first foul, team's first. At the line, Caroline Bell for 2. Knocks down the first. Took them a while to get on the scoreboard, but we're at 2-1.
Caroline Bell, second on the team in scoring. Her second free throw is a miss. Wilson on the drive just has it ripped away by Izzy Davis. But Davis stepped out of bounds.
I like Davis because she really tried to sell it. Official saw the foot down out of bounds. Good call by the official.
Grace Marshall will look to get it in. Corinne Marshall has checked in. She's a sophomore. Grace, a senior. And Jocelyn, who has the basketball at the moment, a freshman. Marshall waiting to make the right move. She'll dish it off to one of her sisters. That's Corinne, and she gets a bump from behind. Just the second foul called on Chatard. This one going against DeCastro.
You know, I like how they put the ball in play. If they could go weak side or on the baseline, that was right there. That's a layup.
Deep three from Jocelyn. And that one's off the mark. Nearly halfway through this first quarter. Still 3 total points to talk about between these two teams, but we'll tack on 3 more. That made 3 for Anna Thompson. And that gives Chatard their first lead and their first field goal.
And maybe that's all they need to get things going.
Another out-of-bounds play, and after putting it in, Grace Marshall took a screen, and her shot is off the mark and ends up picking up maybe a foul. Actually, it's going to go against Corinne.
Corinne Marshall's first.
Corinne and Jocelyn with the 2 fouls so far for the Eagles. Chatard averages 47 points a game. They gave up 54 on average to the opposition. Nearly same numbers for Heritage Christian. Neither team really scoring a lot this season. Eagles average 49 a game.
Well, we're a long way from that one because this one has been a very slow start.
Nice cut down low. Can't get the finish. Great defense that time by the freshman Jocelyn.
And you really look at that because you look at the matchups and you look how they're almost a mirror picture of each other, defensively and offensively.
Marshall, the primary ball handler. Wilson drives in with the left hand and draws a foul. Jada Wilson this year, 5 points a game. There are 6 players that average 5 points or more for the Eagles. It really is a group effort. There's no one girl for Heritage Christian that goes and gets a bucket.
Anna Thompson draws her second foul of the night. Made basket by Wilson. Wilson has looked, she's a freshman, isn't she?
Yes, she
was
is.
Pretty smooth on the free throw line.
We saw Heritage Christian in their season opener against LaPel.
Yes.
And Wilson was just relentless, going to the bucket, showed no nervousness, nothing to show that she's a freshman.
You know, just you look back and you say, okay, she's a freshman. That means she was playing with 8th grade girls last year, and now she's on the big stage.
Here's a foul on the other end. Bishop Chatard now will go to the free throw line. Caroline Bell will take her second trip.
Boer on her first foul of the night. You got to keep Boer out of foul trouble because she is your main offense. Boy, just short on the free throws tonight.
Bell now 1 for 3. See a substitution for the Eagles. Brings Kaya Crook in. Another freshman for Coach Wiseman. Second free throw from Bell. This time is good. She has 2 of the 5 points. 3 minutes left to play in this opening quarter. Jocelyn over to Corinne. And Jocelyn gets it back.
She just looks at that. She wants to get that first step there.
So far, pretty decent defense. It's been Grace Adams on Jocelyn for the most part. This ball off the leg of Wilson, and it'll go out of bounds. Each team with a turnover now in this first quarter. Adams brings it over the timeline and nearly has it stolen right back away by Wilson. Davis in a little bit of a trouble and is able to finally get rid of it. Dump down pass is deflected by Heritage, but still a look at a shot, and it's short from Bell.
You know, there's a case right there, Jared, where you could really take the ball, set it back up in offense. It didn't hurt you because of the turnover, and that's the second turnover of the night for Heritage Christian.
And they're both by Wilson, who has had them in back-to-back spurts. Just miscommunication. Thought her teammate was running the go route, but she came back and ran the hitch instead. Left-handed layup is going to go down for Carly DeCastro.
And that's her world-famous shot. Let me tell you, gets that up on the hip, and then puts it up on top of the glass. That's a nice shot. Biggest lead now for Chatard at 4.
Heritage really going on a scoring drought in the later parts of this quarter. Cutting in was Marshall, and that's another turnover by the Eagles. Again, Wilson throws it away, and the Trojans capitalize. This time it's Grace Adams.
And Chatard on an 8-0 run here.
Wilson
picked up her dribble. No one was there. She picked up the dribble a little too soon.
Driving in right side, and maybe enough contact to draw a foul. This will go against Bell, as Corinne Marshall was on the drive.
Not if you asked the Chatard fans, it was not.
You heard a couple of groans in the bleachers. And most of the Chatard faithful sitting behind the team bench. First free throw, nothing but net from Corinne Marshall. So far as a team, the Eagles are 2 of 5 from the free throw line. Chatard 2 of 4. All 4 of their free throws coming from Bell.
Oh,
Marshall can't hit the second. So it's a 5-point advantage for Chatard. Nobody picking up the newly checked-in player for Chatard. That was Grace Feltz, but a quick turnover committed by the Eagles. Feltz, the 6th man tonight for the Trojans. They kick it out to her. She'll drive in and now swing things to Bell, top of the key. 30 seconds left to go in this quarter. Tipped out of bounds by Crook. It's one thing about these freshmen for Coach Wiseman is they are really aggressive defensively. They are looking to get some steals, get some fast break points. We definitely saw that last time that I saw the Eagles play, this Lady Eagle program, when they had their season opener against LaPel.
Yeah, I think you look at that, the consistency there is what you're looking for.
And that's a big reason why all these upperclassmen are getting valuable minutes for Coach Wiseman. 17 seconds left to go. Bad pass stolen away by Boer. She crosses the timeline at 13. Boer going all the way with the left hand in the finish. Audrey Boer with the steal and the points.
Got to stop the ball.
3 seconds for the Trojans. Driving in a runner, too strong. And the first quarter buzzer sounds. The Eagles with a little momentum to enter into the next quarter, but they trail 9-6 after 1. Girls basketball on IndianaSRN, second quarter upcoming.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Second quarter upcoming here from Heritage Christian High School on IndianaSRN with the coach Keith Myers, Jarrett Lewis.
Four turnovers for Heritage Christian, 3 on Chatard. Free throws, if they knock down some free throws, this game would be tied right now. Heritage Christian just 2 of 5. Chatard is 2 of 4.
Pass inside, stolen away. This turnover committed by Adams, and trying to take it in again is Boer. She had the last shot. She steals it away this time, dumps it down, and using the bank for the shot is Grace Marshall.
Banks are open early or late. Depends on what you look like, 9-8.
Friday night after 6. Three-pointer is no good for Chatard.
Now the bank down the street stays open till 7 during Christmas time, so she's okay, legit.
Okay, all right. Driving in, drawing a foul. That's Jocelyn Marshall. Now 5 team fouls on Chatard, so the Eagles are getting closer to a 1-and-1 spot. But this will be 2 free throws for Jocelyn. First free throw goes down for Jocelyn. She's now into the box score. Izzy Davis has checked back in for the Trojans. Jocelyn, 1 for 2 at the line. Yeah, all 4 players that have gone to the free throw line for Heritage have missed at least 1. A high shot by Davis, may have gotten deflected and it came up short. Bell tries to rip it away, but this foul may go against Boer.
I tell you what, Davis is going to bring rain when she shoots that ball. I mean, it's raining outside, so blame Izzy Davis.
It was raining pretty hard right before, and there's Izzy Davis. That time not as high arcing of a shot, but she does get it to go down. Her first points, 5 different scores for the Trojans. Off the screen, Boer with the 3, it's good.
Boer set her feet, nice basket.
Audrey Boer now has 7 of the 12 for Heritage Christian, and the first 3-pointer made for the Eagles. Minute and a half gone by. Davis looking to score again. Into the corner. Grace Feltz wide open from the right wing, nearly uses the bank. Offensive rebound for Bell, and boy, Bell, a lot of her shots, she's gotten a lot of looks, but a lot of her shots have ended up
really
falling
hard.
Short.
Yep.
Here's a drive. Davis is going to get tagged with this foul. She came down on Corinne Marshall. Actually, they're going to get Grace Adams.
Wow.
Adams came over, help side.
I think that surprises everybody because I was ready to mark it for the other girl.
Corinne Marshall back to the free throw line where she was 1 of 2 in the first quarter. It's already 9 free throw attempts for the Eagles. They've only made 4 of them. And they've still only made 4.
And the young man that's yelling block out is 2 for 2 tonight.
Feltz knocking over Wilson as Wilson, good defense to affect the shot. It'll stay with Bishop Chatard.
And that's a good no call. The ball affected that falling down, not her. That's a good call.
Into the corner, Adams left wide open.
Wow.
Can't hit the three. Long rebound out to Marshall. This is Jocelyn, but it's knocked off of her, and Trojans actually touched it last.
Become an IHSAA official, get involved with the men and women behind the stripes. A great way to stay in shape and make some extra money. Be part of the game. Call the IHSAA office or go online, ihsaa.org/officials.
Turnover, another steal. Izzy Davis on the other end, able to finish, and that'll tie things up at 13.
And Izzy's has 4 in the night.
4 all in this second quarter. Wilson hands things off to Jocelyn. Coach Wiseman looking for some movement offensively. Backdoor cut between Corinne and Grace. Eagles staying patient. Molly Eckel has checked in for the first time. On a bad pass, Eckel maybe looking for a cut. And Adams sees a reach-in foul. That's going to go against Jocelyn. That's her second.
So we're close to the bonus here for Chatard with 4:47 to play. Molly goes, checks out. Freshman comes back into the ballgame.
Get a whistle and a timeout. 30-second timeout, our first of the ball game. Coach Wiseman calling it. We can match you with the right career or hire the right candidate for your company, but we do much more than that. Let us help you today. Contact the Morales Group at 317-472-7600. The Morales Group, a proud sponsor of high school basketball in IndianaSRN.
High school basketball we have for you tomorrow. It begins at 1:30 with Greenwood Christian at Covenant Christian. Then 5 7:30 ball games, all guys. Babuff, Covenant Christian, Southmont, Greencastle, Muncie Central, Guerin Catholic, Evansville, Bosse, and Chatard, and Lutheran at Greenwood Christian. Do you have a game tomorrow night?
I do.
Which one do you have?
I have the Lutheran game.
Do you have the? Wow, you got a big ball game. Lutheran ranked 5th in the IndianaSRN poll. Greenwood Christian not ranked, lost their 5th ranking. Lutheran took that place. I do believe that might be Lutheran's first or second game of the year. So good games for you in tap tomorrow.
Football state champions.
Yes,
so
sir.
We'll see some of those players tomorrow night.
You'll see the beef.
That's right. John Lester and I with the call of that game. But a whole entire slate, 6 total games tomorrow on the Family Networks. Long rebound. Jocelyn. And Davis thought she had a clean swipe. But she picks up this foul, and I believe that's the first on her. We thought she had one not too long ago, but that is just her first foul. Jocelyn Marshall, 1 of 2 so far at the free throw line. Her and Corinne combined are 3 of 6, but now 3 of 7. Boy, free throw shooting not in favor of the Eagles. Through a quarter and a half of play so far.
That would be on my notepad right away, let me tell you. Got it.
Jocelyn does hit the second. She has 2 points. Inside to Castro, looking to get it out. Adams with good reaction time, although the floater was left well short.
Nice job by Chatard, backing off there, didn't have the pressure.
Wide open 3, just missed by Corinne Marshall. And at the halfway point, Izzy Davis drives in, stops on a dime in the short corner, and gets that shot to go.
She has all 6 points of Chatard's baskets tonight in this second quarter.
It was a 9-6 ball game after 1. And Chatard retaking the lead, but a 5-second call. Good defense. Davis doing it now on both sides.
That's a Reese Cup. When I coach, you get a 5-second count, you get a Reese Cup. You take a charge, you get a Reese Cup.
How about that?
What do you think my favorite candy bar was?
Hershey's.
No, Reese Cup.
Oh, okay.
They were always in my office.
All right.
I got better. I don't do that anymore. Well, that you guys know.
Reese Cup sounds pretty good right now. We need a trip to the concession stand at halftime. Crook into the lane is going to draw a foul. Crook, along with Wilson and Jocelyn Marshall, 3 freshmen that have hit the floor so far tonight. And Crook looking to score for the first time. First free throw too strong.
They have missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 free throws tonight.
They are 5 of 13 as a team. Caroline Bell has checked back in. Quinn Johnson also in for the Trojans. As Cook's second free throw no good, but an offensive rebound on the missed free throw. Cross-court pass from Crook, nearly stolen away.
Lucky that didn't get stolen.
Boer retains it, goes under the basket, tries to put it over her head, and can't get the awkward shot to go.
How about that shot? That's strength.
Davis goes across court to Adams. 2-3 zone look defensively from Heritage Christian. Boer and Wilson at the top of the zone. And getting a timeout is Coach Wagner as he sees this new look defensively. We'll see if it's a full or 30. It appears to be a full timeout. We'll take a break as well. Chatard leads things 15-14 with 2:33 left to go in this second quarter.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Back here at Heritage Christian High School, we'll see what Coach Wagner comes up with. Now looking at this new defense from Heritage Christian, and we'll see if Coach Wiseman on the other end ends up sticking with the 2-3.
I would think it hasn't hurt you. I think you continue to bring the one to dance with you.
They go back to the man defense and dumps it inside to Davis, who gets swarmed by about 3 players. She gets it back, thought about a 3. But instead dumps it down, and a bad pass, a turnover committed by the Trojans.
I really like Davis's game. Maybe let her too soon or too far away. You got to bring help. There you go.
A full court press from
I think they're man-to-man.
Yeah, the Trojans are man-to-man. The Eagles came out in man-to-man as well, as Wilson puts it off the glass too strong. Up the floor to Quinn Johnson, and she gets hacked from behind by Grace Marshall.
Johnson's at the line for 2.
Johnson, not very many minutes off the bench, but is usually the 6th or 7th girl that hits the floor for Coach Wagner. First free throw is no good. That's the first free throw attempt of the second quarter for the Trojans. The Eagles are 3 of 8 in this second quarter shooting from the charity stripe as Johnson hits the second. Chatard now takes a 2-point lead, under 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Wilson picks up her dribble. Now gets it over to Grace Marshall. Just inside the three-point line and knocks it through. Grace Marshall with 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, top of the key, nice look.
That ties the ball game up at 16.
Second tie of the night.
Here's a drive from Caroline Bell. And she gets fouled. This will end up being a 1-and-1 for Bell.
Corinne's second foul of the night.
Bell's 2 for 4 shooting free throws. Those are her only 2 points. First free throw off the back of the iron and tipped around to the hands of Grace Marshall.
Both coaches have to be real frustrated with the free throw line because it's really left a lot of points on the board for both of these teams.
Yeah, still a 16-16 ball game. It could very well be a 24-22 type of game with made free throws. Missed shot by DeCastro, but there to clean it up.
Anna Thompson. I got her for 5.
And now Chatard retakes the lead. 60 seconds left to go. Davis with a huge bump given to Wilson.
Bumps her, then goes to say, hey, I'm really sorry, I hit you hard.
Second foul called on Davis. Ella Guide has checked in for the Trojans, and that was Davis who is going to take a seat with those 2 fouls. 1-and-1 now on this end for Heritage Christian. Wilson drains the first free throw.
She can make this one. We're tied for the third time.
Free throws 9 and 10 right here for Wilson, and she makes both of them. A quick drive in and rejected. Corinne Marshall got that block. Three-pointer's no good, and Wilson comes flying in for the board. Going the other way. Cross-court pass. And Wilson now gets it back. We'll see if the Eagles opt to bring it out and reset.
Not bad. Pretty good. Didn't have numbers, didn't look very good, and now resets it.
Eagles may opt for one final shot, but here's a reach-in foul. That's going to be called against Bishop Chatard. And that foul's on Lily Moeller. She wears number 25 tonight.
Marshall hits the first one.
Corinne now 3 of 5 shooting free throws. Those are all 3 of her points. Grace has 4 points, but they've been field goals. And Jocelyn has 2 points, also from the free throw line. 20 seconds left to play. Eagles retake the lead, and they get a turnover. Up the floor to Wilson. It's a 1-on-3 Euro step in the lane. Nicely done by the freshman. The closing seconds now. Chatard trying to get one more score up, but they give it back over to the Eagles. Three-quarter court shot is going to fall well short, but a great finish to that first half for Heritage Christian. And they'll head to the locker room with a 22-18 halftime lead, a rematch of last year's sectional championship game. The Eagles right now in favor on the scoreboard, lead at 22-18.
Yeah, what do you look? You look at the turnovers, missed free throws, but other than that, if you're Heritage Christian and Coach Wiseman, you got to be pretty happy with how this half ends for you on that 4-0 run.
Leading the way in scoring for Heritage Christian is Boer with 7, Davis has 6. And now we will head into our halftime show here on IndianaSRN. Second half coming up shortly. 22-18 is our score. Don't go anywhere.
Today, greed, selfish interest, and barefaced corruption seem all the fashion. America needs great men of tolerance who can give honest debate to the great issues of the day. I'm seeing mostly squabbling, men squandering their time, being wolves to one another. Yet, I'm not without hope. We still have Freemasonry. Yes, the same Freemasons that helped create this country have always provided great men when needed. And today, in every city and town in America, Freemasonry is still providing that special place where young men can find their greatness and accomplished men can give something back. Yes, in this time of great hope, it is my hope that America will see that Freemasonry is a national treasure that cannot be separated from our country's future.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
I am Heritage.
Heritage Christians. We are Heritage.
I am Heritage.
We are Heritage.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
High school sports fans, welcome back to game time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is game time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
It's halftime here at Heritage Christian High School. The Eagles will head into the second half with a 4-point lead. 22-18 is our score on IndianaSRN with the coach, Keith Myers. That's him right there. I'm Jarrett Lewis.
Caught myself rubbing on my nose. Rudolph. Speaking of Rudolph, Christmas music 24/7 on IndianaSRN. If you like Christmas music, like I know we all do, I noticed you were singing a tune during halftime.
I was.
So check out 24/7 Christmas music up till January the 3rd. Cannot wait. It's going to be a great season. And boy, what a game we have all wrapped up for you here tonight. A 4-0 run for Heritage Christian extends this as a 22-16 game. A lot of people say it might be ugly. A lot of turnovers, a lot of missed free throws. But if you're these two coaches with the young teams that you have, you're pretty happy that you at least did something to get something right on the scoreboard. Does that make sense?
It does. It does make sense to me.
Okay.
There is a lot of turnovers, and it is a low-scoring game, just 40 combined points between these two teams. But you mentioned the youth, the inexperience, especially for Heritage Christian, a lot of freshmen getting some minutes this season. And right now their leading scorer is Audrey Boer, who's a senior. So you like that Boer is up there leading the team in scoring as that senior, with the girl with the experience. But also having those freshmen come in who have committed some turnovers, but they have made up with it with only allowing Chatard 18 points.
I'm really impressed with Wilson. The Wilson girl from Heritage Christian comes off the bench, started tonight, has 5 points on the night, didn't panic, and let the game come to her. Boer will make everybody else better on the floor. She has great passing, knows how to shoot the ball well, and I'm very interesting how Jocelyn Marshall picks up her pace a little bit. She's the leading scorer in this ball club. She needs to pick up a couple of points, a couple of games to get going. And then Izzy Davis is the young girl that I like. She had 6 points in the second half, but boy, she just is just real spunky. Goes and gets the ball. She'll fall down and she'll definitely take an offensive charge for you, or goes out and gets you a block shot, or knocks you over. So you have to knock down 2 free throws.
Yeah,
I like that spunk on that young lady.
Yeah, she has 6 points to actually lead Chatard in scoring, and all 6 of her points came in that second quarter. And she'll be out here with the rest of the starting 5 as we get this second half underway. First shot is going to be a miss, but a rebound by Corinne Marshall. And now it'll be a third chance for Heritage Christian to try and score, opening up this half.
You know, if we get to 40, I wouldn't be disappointed.
Bad pass.
Another turnover.
Bell steals it away. Can't get points off the interception, but Thompson looked like she had an offensive rebound and now dribbles it off of her leg.
It looks like it's ugly sweater night in the student section at Heritage Christian. We'll have Micah take a look at those during the game and see how they match up with your ugly sweater that you had the other day.
It looks like Bishop Chatard, their student section traveled well. They're wearing all black tonight on the opposite end. Here's Izzy Davis going back to work. Off-balance shot. Can't get it to go. Ball bounces around through a couple different players, and we actually get a foul. Reach-in foul against...
I got it for Grace Marshall, number 4.
It looked like the referee put up a number 3, but I think it is on Grace. And indeed it is. That's her second. Davis, another high arcing shot from the free throw line. Comes up short. Ripping it away was Wilson. Well, you can see the fight in these youngsters for Coach Wiseman, although not boxing out initially and giving second chances now to Chatard, which allows a 3 to go down for Grace Adams. That's just the second made 3 for the Trojans. In fact, the Eagles only have one made 3 of their own, so three-point shooting.
Not very good tonight.
Yeah, you can probably tell that in the score. Free throw shooting not very good as well, especially for the Eagles. They made 9 free throws, but they also missed 9. There's a made bucket for Corinne Marshall. She's got 6 points. Davis into the lane. This time gets a nice bounce, and Davis has 8 to lead all scorers. Quickly up the floor to Boer, who lost it going up, but able to get it back. Jocelyn, a couple of dribble moves, and she gets a nice bounce.
And she needed that. She's got 4 on the night.
Just her first made field goal. Boy, these teams are now going up and down the floor at a much quicker pace than what we saw in the first half. Adams with the shot fake. Flying in for the O board is Bell, and she just throws it back. Trojans still can't get a finish. Adams gets that steal away from Wilson and draws a foul.
And Wilson made the Cardinals sin, throwing the ball to your defender at their basket.
And now that's 2 quick fouls picked up in the second half for Grace Marshall, so she has 3.
3 on the night. Adams shooting 2.
First free throw is a miss. Adams right now has 5. Chatard is 3 of 8 shooting free throws. And now they are 4 of 9. Trojans still trail by 2. Wilson on the drive gets a nice bump from Adams. Actually hits the floor pretty hard.
I have Adams for 2. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. Oh, they're going to call it on the floor. Whoa. Okay. I thought she was going for the basket.
That is a close call.
Yep.
Refs have called a pretty good game so far. Here's a bad pass, and Bewart. It's off her leg.
Unofficially, I have them for 9 turnovers.
Turnovers, missed free throws. 2 of the worst things to think about as a head coach. In the corner, Adams was trapped, but gets bailed out by a foul called against Corinne. So now Corinne and Grace each have 3 fouls.
And if you talk to Coach Wiseman, they're not very deep, so you now have to play some freshmen and some kids off the bench to save you some minutes.
Yeah, Coach Wiseman, I believe, has only brought 2 girls off the bench. That is Crook and Eckel.
Yeah, Crick just checked in.
But even those 2 haven't had very many minutes tonight. 3 from the left wing's no good from Thompson, and Adams gets no board. So there's another thing you can add to the list. You got turnovers, you have missed free throws, and you have giving up offensive rebounds.
Yep.
That's right.
And Crook in the ball game, number 5 for Heritage Christian. Outstanding soccer player, has a state championship ring coming her way for the girls. Congratulations to the Heritage Christian girls winning the Class 1A soccer championship. Game you saw right here on IndianaSRN.
It's a pretty full fall season, as it always is, but basketball seems to rule a lot of your scheduling.
We are loaded this year, that's for sure.
Missed shot by the Eagles, and Davis will set the pace. Over to Thompson. Nice quick ball movement from the Trojans, and it results in a made bucket for Caroline Bell. Her first made field goal. She just has 4 points. See some pressure and a reach-in foul that the Trojan fans don't like. And it goes against Bell after she made that shot.
And this is our 4th tie of the night.
Now all knotted up at 26. Boer. Thompson almost came away with it. The usual point guard, Jocelyn Marshall, handles the ball pretty well for just being a freshman, although it's a quick turnover for the Eagles.
You know, they went to Boer that time. Boer just lost the ball.
Oh, great pass as Adams cut through, but she couldn't handle it. Bell on the drive, gets fouled, And she'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
Wilson on the foul.
I thought for a second it was going to be Brewer, but they do get Wilson. First free throw goes down for Bell. This is her 4th different trip to the free throw line tonight.
And this is their first lead change of the second half.
Bell misses the second. Trojans get it right back, and Bell was thinking one step ahead, and DeCastro was not ready for it.
Yeah, but, Bell has a nice 7-foot jump shot there that might have been a little bit easier for her.
Eagles were actually the last to touch it. Adams, nobody hedges out on her.
She gets 3.
And she makes him pay with her second 3 of tonight. She has 9 points now.
Now it's a 4-point lead. You extended it. Now you need a basket if you're Heritage. You don't want to go through a drought.
Marshall will try a 3. Step back. She gets fouled on the shot. And Thompson looks like she doesn't really
understand what she did.
Yeah, believe it. So Anna Thompson now has 3 fouls. Jocelyn tonight, 4 points total. She's 2 of 4 shooting free throws. These are the first attempts in this quarter now for Heritage Christian.
Channel 8 has joined us today in the broadcast as they will be showing some highlights of this game and probably the boys' game.
And Marshall will get 3 free throws. She connects on the first 2.
Our good friend Anthony Calhoun, Sports Locker.
And going 3 for 3 is Jocelyn Marshall. Eagles were 9 of 18 in the first half. But a good start to the second half as Marshall takes a seat after the free throws.
And I will tell you, that's the first 3 in a row free throws that we've had all game. Got a timeout by Chatard.
Coach Dan Wagner in his first year takes a 30-second timeout. This broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. 30-29 our score, with the Trojans holding on to this lead after a pretty good start to the second half.
Keep up to date with the sports page. Sports up to date with all the sports using the sports page at IndianaSRN.org or Troy at TroyRadio.com. Scores, stats, and much more. And it's coming. Basketball Weekly will be returning in January. That will be on the sports page as well. So check it out. IndianaSRN.org. Click on sports page. You'll get it all. You watch that. You do that, right? You click on that a little bit?
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
Troy is the man when it comes to that. Here's another 3-point attempt from Adams. She misses it, but a foul underneath. Just saw Troy not too long ago.
He's on a ball game tonight, I do believe.
Yes, he is. We got a couple for you tonight.
Yeah, Southmont versus Greencastle, boys game, 7:30. And then we got game number 2 here tonight.
That foul is against the Trojans, going against Moeller. Moeller has 3. And Wilson trying to get around Moeller and nearly threw it away.
How many times have you been taught when you do that, that might be a lot easier a bounce pass than a chest pass or a pass like she threw. Those bounce passes a little bit more secure.
Eagles trying to retake the lead. Wilson sees this foul from Grace Feltz. Taking it up with the left hand, as that's just the first foul on Feltz, but already in this third quarter, looking at this foul situation here. We could very well see the entire fourth quarter with both teams in the bonus. Wilson had 5 first-half points. She now has 6, with 4 of those via the free throw.
Our 5th tie of the night. If you want to check us out, you can follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. If you'd like to tweet us where you're watching the game or just make comments about it, please let us know. At IndianaSRN. We love to hear from you tonight.
Also the YouTube page, don't forget about that.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you subscribe.
Get that bell.
Yeah, ring that bell. That way you're always notified when we go live. And you'll get notified about the second game after this one with the boys. Offensive rebound for Crook, although she can't hit the shot. And a quick turnover by Chatard. Marshall the other way. Steps into a 3 just off the mark, and a foul from behind as Grace Marshall came in. And is that number 4?
I have
Grace?
her for 4.
And quickly a substitution for the Eagles. Grace will be a pivotal part in this fourth quarter if the Eagles are wanting to win this ball game. Circle City Conference implications on the line.
IPS, the City Alliance on the line as well.
DeCastro from the corner now swings the opposite side on the block. DeCastro going up with the shot, won't hit it. Bell had an offensive rebound, but she gets tied up with Wilson.
Boy, hold that ball up over your head. How many times did your coach tell you that?
A lot.
Wow.
It's going to be easily...
Nice, no look. Oh.
It's going to be easily picked at if you keep it low below the belt. Nice move by Bell. Into the lane, can't use the glass. And another tie-up with Wilson.
How about the bench of Chatard? Like the aggressive play. Oh, they called a foul.
They did call a foul, and we weren't anticipating that. We're expecting the ball to go back towards the Eagles, going the other way.
Foul on Wilson, her second.
Adams in the corner, another 3. Grace Adams has 3 of them tonight. She's got 12 points to lead all scorers and left alone on the other end, but a miss. Offensive rebound by Crook, but Ayanta Jones was on an island by herself.
Bell on the foul.
First free throw is good for Kaya Crook. Crook averages 7 points a game and does hit the second. Her first points tonight. Now just a 1-point advantage. Kicked ball. Jocelyn Marshall getting that foot in there. Nice cut towards the middle of the court. Feltz lost it going up, but they'll say last touched by the Eagles.
Want to say hi to Darren Doss and Pat Murray and Teresa Scott. Sally Eckert, thank you very much for tuning in tonight, folks. That's all you have to do. Tweet us at IndianaSRN.
Follow, you can like, you can retweet, do it all.
We would appreciate it.
Davis, a St. Louis Arch with the shot. And
I love it.
Just off the mark. Under a minute left to go in this third quarter. Nice pass up the floor. Crook with the and one.
How about not putting it on the floor, catching it, and then throwing it up on the rim? Got fouled.
A brilliant pass, and Crook is able to finish. She's got all 4 of her points so far in this third quarter, and she re-gives the lead to the Eagles.
And Izzy Davis now has her 3rd foul. A lot of foul trouble here for both of these teams. Starters might be limited.
Missed free throw, can't convert the and one, and a foul to follow up. Let's see who they get here. Boer and Wilson were both there. It's going to go against Boer.
Got her for 3.
So Boer has 3, Corinne Marshall has 3, and Grace Marshall has 4.
And for the next 8 minutes and 49 seconds of playing time, we'll be shooting 1-and-1 or double bonus. Could be a long 4th quarter for you, folks.
Free throw shooting in this third quarter has been much better for the Eagles after that 50% mark they set in the first half. They're 6 of 7.
And we're tied for the 6th time of the night.
This is Quinn Johnson at the free throw line, who ties things up at 34.
And both coaches are forced now to use their bench.
And now before we see this second free throw, we get a timeout called by Heritage Christian. It's just a 30-second timeout. Coach Wiseman setting up this final 49.1.
Catch up to date what's going on with the IHSAA Foundation. Subscribe to their newsletter, The Advocate. Email them at ihsaa.foundation.org. If you'd like to make a donation to IndianaSRN, it's simply to do. It's right on our webpage, that donate button right there. Every dollar that's raised there brings more kids on TV on IndianaSRN. We appreciate that. On behalf of the whole entire crew of IndianaSRN, we wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Stay with us all year long, because in January, a record-setting pace for the SRN crew, unofficially 62 games into 31 days in January.
That's good for 2 games a day.
I'm a little tired.
I bet. Johnson goes 2 for 2. Now the Trojans have a 1-point lead. Let's see what the Eagles opt to do with 40 seconds remaining. Wilson trying to get rid of Adams. And you can see the bleachers now starting to fill up just a little bit more as we're getting closer to tip-off for the boys' game, but still a whole quarter left to go on the girls' side of things. Foul on the baseline going against Johnson.
Now Crick goes back to the free throw line to shoot 2. No, 1-and-1.
And Coach Wiseman, I believe, is asking, I think she wanted 2 free throws.
I think she was asking the official if she was shooting the ball. There's our 7th tie of the night.
Crook does make the first, so she'll get 1 more.
Well, we're close to 40.
Yeah, we got close to it a lot quicker than I think we
anticipated.
That's right.
Good call.
Whistle and a traveling violation going against Davis.
You know, it's a tough one, but you got to put the ball on the floor. That's a really good call. If I'm Heritage here, I'm looking for 1 shot.
A legal screen, and that's not the way to do it. Crook trying to set Wilson free. Just the first foul on Crook, so nothing to worry about for her.
Now, Coach Wiseman, what she is saying, she wasn't even near the play. She didn't interfere with the play. How is that illegal? Because she didn't use the screen. But if you're moving and you set that pick, you got to hold still.
Now the Eagles will throw out the 2-3 zone, and it'll force a turnover. Marshall.
Oh, shoot the ball right there.
Into the lane, stops, gives it off to Wilson, who may have had her shot deflected, and now We have 8 more minutes to decide this one. A tie ball game, 35-35 is our score with Bishop Chatard and Heritage Christian. Stay tuned for the fourth quarter coming up next on IndianaSRN.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
One final quarter left to go in our boys-girls doubleheader, the first of 2 games tonight. The girls kicking things off here from Heritage Christian. IndianaSRN, pleasure to be here with you. Coach Keith Myers is here. I'm Jarrett Lewis. Tie ball game at 35. No team has led by, I believe, more than 5 points.
3 is the biggest lead for both teams.
So it's been a close one from start to finish.
And now we're in bonus time, too. So each foul is a free throw.
Wilson nearly puts it perfectly off the glass. Offensive rebound. Boer, catch and shoot. Rattles home.
Got the 3. Count it.
Audrey Boer is the first Eagle in double figures with 10. Second made 3 tonight for her.
How about her looking down and make sure she was behind that arc?
Boer the leading scorer this year for the Eagles. Nice ball movement from Chatard. They can't answer with a 3 of their own, and Boer grabs the board.
She woke up, hasn't she?
Grace Marshall does start this fourth quarter out there with those 4 fouls.
Nice pick by Boer.
Poked away. Boer with a runner. Can't get that one to go. Fighting for the loose ball. Go the other way to the Trojans. Davis.
You got
a couple threes.
You got to guard Davis, though. She can knock those down. We've seen her knock down a couple of those against Cathedral the other night.
And the other one also has been Adams. She's made 3. Down low. Bell turns around. Wild shot won't go. Going the other way, trying to beat everybody. She's going to get fouled. Corinne Marshall with a tough take to the rack. This foul going against Anna Thompson. Thompson the one in foul trouble for Chatard. She's got 4.
Oh.
That ball hung on the rim for about 2 seconds.
That hit the rim, rolled around, and
I think Corinne's wondering how that doesn't go down.
What do you think? A 5 or 6 point lead here is like a 10-point lead in a normal game because how close this game has been.
Out of bounds, turnover, committed by Bishop Chatard.
You know, right now, you just take your time here.
Wilson into the corner. 3 rattles around, doesn't go down for Jocelyn. Referee says it'll stay with the Eagles.
Chatard now bringing in some shooters.
Boer, catch and shoot again, this time off the mark, and long rebound out to Wilson.
Third opportunity here. Time to take some time off the clock because now Chatard is not only fighting free throws for you, you're also fighting the clock and you're behind by 3. Come out and get the ball.
Picking it up in a bad spot, but getting bailed out by a foul. They do give this foul to Bishop Chatard. So Jocelyn will head back to the free throw line. 5 of her 7 points have come from this spot. But this fourth quarter to start, 0-3 between her and Corinne. Second free throw, however, does go down. Jocelyn now has 8 points, and it's a 4-point lead for Heritage Christian. Miscommunication and a bad pass. Another turnover. Chatard has yet to score in this fourth quarter. They've turned the ball over 3 times.
Now here comes pressure.
Wilson able to beat everybody and break the press. Marshall nearly loses it, but gets it back, and Grace Feltz appears to be the one committing this foul.
That's her second. Now, now you're in the driver's seat here. You just need to knock down these free throws, Jared.
Free throw shooting has, again, not been the highlight of tonight. Corinne is 5 of 9. And before we see the second free throw, we'll see a timeout. Heritage Christian leads things by 5. Here's a look at head coach Cassie Wiseman in her second year at the helm.
That first horn, coaches just don't pay attention to it. That second horn, I have been asked by an official when I was coaching, Coach, what do you say so long that I have to warn you to get out of the huddle? I just love to hear myself talk.
Yeah, usually referees will see them.
Yeah.
First horn, ladies, first horn.
Let's go.
Nope. They are not paying attention. They're going to talk as long as they can as Marshall
6-point lead.
Does go 2 for 2. It's a 6-point lead, the largest tonight for the Eagles, but Izzy Davis cuts right back into it with that shot.
Izzy's had a nice game.
She's got 10 points. Her and Adams have combined for 22 to lead the Trojans.
Don't forget, we'll have the player of the game and the 6th man award tonight on IndianaSRN.
Another moving screen going against Heritage Christian. They call Corinne Marshall on it. So Corinne has 4 and Grace has 4.
And you can see Coach Wiseman talking to the official, wanting to know what he's seen so he can actually coach who gets that.
Here are the Trojans. They're going to turn it right back over. Traveling violation going against DeCastro. Here's what you don't want to do if you were the Trojans is trade off turnovers, trade off buckets. If you're going to force a turnover, you are definitely looking to get some points, as you are right here. They steal the inbounds pass. Feltz has her shot rejected by Crook. Down the floor to Crook. Pass is batted around, but she still comes away with it. And now her pass is stolen away. Bell tracks it down but can't. You see her trying to tiptoe her way.
I love it.
And stay in bounds right in front of the Eagle student section.
I love the aggressive play, though.
Now the Eagles will keep it. Don't need to be any sort of rush, although the Trojans will probably opt to try to force the Eagles into something like that.
No shot clock here in high school basketball. Thank goodness. Let's keep it that way, the state of Indiana. I know you disagree with that.
I really don't know what to tell you. I don't know what my side is. Wild shot nearly goes down by Grace Marshall. I'm sure there's pros and cons to both sides.
No.
But we should make that a poll question. Put that out on our social media. See what the people say. Grace Phelps picks up that foul and a made free throw by Grace Marshall. These are actually Marshall's first free throw attempts, and she goes 2 for 2. Corinne and Jocelyn have done most of that tonight.
Grace has 6 points on the night.
Nice kick out to Adams.
Oh.
Can't hit her 4-3, although it's tipped out to her. And a bad pass underneath, stolen away by Wilson.
Let's see what Coach says here.
Actually, that was Crook on the steal. Trying to add on to the 6-point lead as we've gone over the halfway mark of this final quarter. Boer guarded by Bell. Wide open underneath is Jocelyn Marshall. Boy, Trojans just forgot about her. And a well-designed offensive play from the Eagles.
Extend that lead.
They come back on the other end in a 2-3 zone. Threading it is Bell. They swing it out. Adams over to Davis. Drives in. Trojans looking for a foul. Nothing called, and now you're in dangerous territory here if you are Chatard.
Yeah, you get a basket here. You have a 10-point lead with under 3 minutes to play. I'm surprised Coach Weisman doesn't call a timeout and put this in the freezer. You got it. You got to maintain great passing. Oh.
A lot of contact there between Grace and Izzy Davis.
This could be Davis's 4th foul.
Indeed it is.
And where Heritage Christian was lack on their free throw shooting in the first half has vastly improved here in the second half.
Marshall has made all 3 of hers.
Crook comes out of the ball game. Could be one of our nominees for a 6-man award.
And Marshall is now 4 for 4. The Eagles have shot 37 free throws tonight.
Wow.
And their percentage in the second half has been much better. They've only missed 3. And that free throw shooting has helped them extend this lead out to 10, but Bell, good passing to find her at the free throw line, knocks that one down. Wilson not slowing things down. Shot rejected, but there's Marshall with the rebound, and her shot is blocked. Up the floor to Bell. 2-on-1 game. Bell fouled by Jocelyn.
And that's her 3rd.
And you're definitely not thinking about taking out the 3 Marshalls, although they do have, all 3 of them have 4 except for Jocelyn, like you said, Coach. She's got 3.
They've outscored them, though, 12-2 in this quarter. Knocked down the first one.
First free throw of this 4th quarter.
That long drought hurt him. Don't forget game number 2 right after this ball game.
Bell with 2 big-time free throws, down to a 6-point ball game. Marshall and Wilson, the usual ball handlers up top. 2-minute warning now. Nearly stolen away. Boer into the corner. Normally you'd see a shot there, but wisely bringing it back out.
The key here is, do you have enough points to win this ball game? Because I don't think they're going to get another.
Tough drive in. 2 missed shots from Corinne, and Wilson, probably the smallest girl on the floor, ends up with the offensive rebound.
And now Wilson goes to the line shooting 2.
The freshman Wilson did start tonight, has 6 points, 4 of 6 from this current spot, and now 4 of 7.
Wow.
Free throw shooting tonight. Eagles are 23 of 38, 23 of 39. Wilson can't hit either of the two. 90 seconds left to go. Plenty of time for Chatard, and Davis will keep a lot of time on the clock. She wasted very little and has a chance at more points.
I have Marshall for her 5th, so Marshall has been disqualified.
That would be Grace Marshall.
She ends the game with 10 points.
So Grace Marshall has fouled out. The current 5 for the Eagles is Corinne Marshall, Jocelyn Marshall, Boer, Wilson, and Crook.
Davis knocks down the first free throw. You're only down 5 with 1:26.
There's plenty of time, and this is going to be a full timeout called by Coach Wiseman. Her team currently on top by 5 with 1:26 left to play in the quarter.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
So out of the timeout called by Heritage Christian, we'll see one more free throw from Izzy Davis. And she'll try to make this a 4-point game. Both teams in the double bonus the rest of the way out. They've been at that point for quite some time. High free throw shot goes in for Davis. She's got 12 points.
And now it's a 4-point lead.
Plenty of time left for the Trojans, and the Eagles will look to dribble a lot of this clock out.
What you don't want to do is a turnover here.
Crook in some trouble and is lucky that that ball was kicked out of bounds.
You bet.
It'll be the Eagles throwing it in from the far corner. Corinne Marshall trying to get it in. She throws it into Jocelyn. Adams with some close on-ball defense. You don't mind that foul. Adams just has 3 now.
Took only 4 seconds off the clock, so not a bad foul. Just don't, you're hoping she knocks down only 1 or 2, or maybe none of these. It's very helpful.
The first one rattles out.
Okay, the jinx goes to me. You can send me the hate mail.
Coach at IndianaSRN.org.
Thank you very much.
Marshall will have her 11th free throw upcoming. Right now, she is 6 of 10. With how the free throw shooting has gone for Chatard, you absolutely do not mind fouling and sending the Eagles to the line, and a jump ball. It's going to be the call.
Chatard's ball.
So luckily for the Trojans, they still are going to have this possession. Final minute left in this one. Up top to Castro. Adams has had the hot hand shooting threes, although you don't necessarily need one. Over to Davis. Pass fake, shot. Was on line, just too much on it, and it'll stay with the Trojans.
This is the longest 39.8 in coach's history. Got a timeout.
And it's going to be even longer. It's a timeout. Full timeout for Heritage Christian. 39.8 left in this one. Don't go anywhere.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Thanks to Tim Lewis and Clark Chapin watching the game on IndianaSRN. Sitting in their recliner, drinking a Coke and eating some popcorn.
Yeah, I think Dad's probably doing just that.
And don't worry, game 2 is coming.
Mom and Dad actually are watching the game.
I know my wife is going to watch game number 2. Look at the student section.
Yeah.
Is ugly green sweater day.
Christmas is 15 days away. A whistle and a 5-second call. Couldn't get it in.
Great defensive play by the Eagles. Now here comes the defensive squad for Heritage for Chatard. This is only a 4-point game, Jared.
Offense for defense, substitutions, full court press. They double team Wilson, a lob pass, and Jocelyn is the one to snag it. Coming over, Adams nearly picks the pocket. Not much time going off there, so Trojans are still in not too bad of a shape.
Not too bad a shape. If that was 20 or 22, I think you might struggle. Here you got time.
And they send Jocelyn back to the free throw line. She missed her last 2. 10 points tonight for Jocelyn. The only player in double figures for the Eagles. Actually, Boer also has 10.
Boer was the spark plug to start the game, though. 7 points in the first half really sparked them.
And just 3 points to talk about in this entire second half. Marshall misses the second. So a 5-point advantage for the Eagles. Davis heading the other way. Adams in the corner. A 3. It's good! 2-point game and a quick timeout called by Coach Wagner of Chatard. It's just a 30-second timeout, and it stops the clock with 23.2.
Okay, you got to put pressure in the backcourt. There's the difference. There's a 12-second difference than what we talked about earlier. If that was 23, now you're only at 11 seconds. Make it a little bit difficult. You don't really need to foul right away. You need to get the ball, go for the steal. If they get it up down the floor, I would foul so I have plenty of time with either 10 to 15 seconds, most likely 15. So you got 7 seconds to play with a little bit.
Yeah, you don't necessarily need to foul right away.
And if you see, they try to bring in McGinley, and McGinley cannot come in because of the first horn was already blown. So she has to wait till the ball becomes dead, alive, and then dead again. That rule has been around for such a long time.
It's a weird rule, too.
I like it because if you're the coach down at the other end, you already know who's on the floor.
That's right, yeah.
Your assistants need to help you with those things.
So here's the full court press. They do get it into Jocelyn, and she is hounded immediately by Grace Phelps. 3 seconds tick off.
Grace Phelps on her 4th foul. This is a good ball. I mean, a little sloppy, but you know what? Very competitive. And this is what you're going to get every night in the Circle City Conference.
Nobody down low for the Eagles. You don't really need it. Make sure everybody gets back on defense. And Marshall hits a crucial free throw. Marshall in this 4th quarter is 3 of 7 shooting free throws, but the defense has still been able to keep the Eagles on top. She does make the second 4-point lead now. The Trojans will work it fast. Adams with the drive, misses the shot, and a rebound for Heritage Christian. With made free throws here, that could very well do it. And again, you send Marshall to the free throw line.
You feel pretty confident that you have this game won. She knocks one of these two, knock one of two. I think it's pretty much over.
Jocelyn Marshall misses the first. That was free throw number 16 tonight for her, and number 17 is upcoming. Number 17 is good. 5-point advantage. Let the ball roll. It gets across half court. Adams. Wide open down low is Thompson. That's a quick score. Boy, not going away quietly are the Trojans. Probably the most perfect situation that you could have there, being down 5. And you get a quick bucket like that. 9.4 left to go. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
You got some more time with you on you?
I got all night.
This is big time right here. This is a big throw-in.
Now it's definitely a situation of go after the steal first and then immediately foul, and that's what we see here with Adams. And I don't think Adams wanted to foul there because I think that's number 5 on her.
I think that is 5th on Adams, but Adams is an aggressive little player. Plus, she's their three-point shooter that they need down on this end because a missed free throw. Missed 2 free throws, you're still in this with a three-pointer.
Now McGinley was also there. McGinley has only come in these final seconds to do just that, force a foul. Free throw goes down for Corinne Marshall. And making it a 5-point lead does Corinne. Good defense upcoming for the Eagles. And a high arcing shot from Bell hits that wire up there, and that will do it. Under a second on the scoreboard. Just a throw down the court, and Crook will gather it in, and the final buzzer sounds. The Heritage Christian Eagles avenge the loss from their sectional championship game last year with a regular season victory in this one over Bishop Chatard, 53-48. It's also a Circle City Conference win for the Eagles. Our final score, 53-48. We'll take a quick break and be back with our post-game show right after this on IndianaSRN.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry-out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
There's the final score there, 53-48. Keith Myers, Jarrett Lewis. It is our post-game show. Thank you very much for joining us. Game number 2 coming your way. But, Jarrett, a lot of games on the network of IndianaSRN tomorrow. And Saturday is a very full day for IndianaSRN. It all begins tomorrow at 1:30 as Greenwood Christian taking on Covenant Christian at 1:30 start. That's going to be a pretty good ball game. Game number 2, well, it's the nightcap. Babuff and Guerin Catholic boys, both teams playing very, very well. Babuff and Covenant. That's going to be a great ball game. Covenant Christian going undefeated, protecting the home floor. Also tomorrow night, Southmont and Greencastle battle down the street. Good ball game, a good game. Then Muncie Central and Guerin Catholic, a good ball game. Evansville Bossy takes on Chatard tomorrow evening at 7:30. And in the game you have a great conference ball game, Lutheran and Greenwood Christian. You saw Greenwood Christian playing on IndianaSRN last night. Came a little short, but playing pretty well at late.
Yeah, looking forward to that game tomorrow. John Lester and I with the call of that one. First time seeing those two teams. Lutheran coming off their state championship victory in football over Thanksgiving break, and now they can finally get into the swing of things for basketball, so we're excited for that slate tomorrow. 6 full games, and now our second game upcoming in our boys-girls doubleheader for Heritage Christian. We'll take one more break. When we come back, the player of the game and the 6th man from our girls contest.
You want a career that fuels your passion for sports and physical activity. IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences offers that and more. You'll have insider access to sports, fitness, and exercise science professionals and learn from faculty with years of industry experience. And with Indy as your classroom, you'll study next to world-class sports facilities, Olympic governing bodies, the NCAA, and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sports industry career. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Because Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Welcome back to the post-game show. Keith Myers and Jarrett Lewis. Good girls ball game.
It turned out to be a really good one. It was a 22-18 game at halftime, and we ended up scoring just 1 point over the 100 mark. So how about that?
And if you follow Johnny Harold, he was off a point.
Yes, his prediction was 52-47. So he was off 1 point for each team. How about that? That's pretty good.
It's time for our player of the game and the six-man award. It's something new that we've started here on Indiana SRN. And you'll see that for all of our games now the rest of the year. If you like to sponsor the game, the player of the game, or the six-man award, you can contact us at coach at IndianaSRN. We're happy to talk to you how you could do that. Player of the game, I'll let you pick because I think everybody in the booth and our producer and our cameraman agree with us.
Yeah, it was a close one, and it wasn't necessarily scoring-wise, although she did lead the Eagles in scoring. That was Jocelyn Marshall with 14 points and shot a lot of free throws, went 10 of 17 from the free throw line. So 10 of her 14 points ended up coming from the free throw line, but not just the scoring like we mentioned. She was the primary ball handler, and as a freshman, that's a pretty big task for Coach Wiseman to ask of her, I think. And so we are giving the player of the game to Jocelyn Marshall.
And our fifth player, the six-man award, is another freshman, comes off the bench, scores 5 points, hit some nice little free throws late in the ball game, kept them really kind of close. And I think with these two freshmen, they could be very dangerous. And our six-man award goes to?
Kyra Crook. Yeah, Crook is usually the sixth man that comes off the bench for Coach Wiseman, and just 5 points for her. But Crook is really looking to steal the ball. She's getting into those passing lanes. Her defense is really superb for just a freshman. And our first sixth man of the year, I believe, that we've done
first
all
one
season
tonight,
for basketball season for this girls' contest between Chatard and Heritage goes to Kyra Crook.
And again, if you'd like to sponsor this or any part of Indiana SRN, you can contact us at coach at IndianaSRN. We're going to take one more time out. When we come back, we'll close it all up and get you ready for the boys' game. It's Indiana SRN, where you're always in the
game.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Well, that wraps it up for the girls' game.
It sure does.
You excited?
I am.
Boys' game, got your Coke ready?
No, I don't.
Got my Pepsi ready. I'm ready.
Oh, you got Pepsi. Okay.
Yeah,
I had a Sprite. So, it's on the floor over
It's
here.
on the floor?
I got a Sprite, though,
Okay.
so I'm ready. I am ready for this boys' game. It should be exciting.
Should be a good ball game. Don't forget to join us all day tomorrow, starting at 1:30. 6 big games for you. Final score here?
53-48, our final score. The Eagles have won 2 in a row after they got a conference win over Covenant Christian 3 days ago, and now going back-to-back in the Circle City.
So we'll take a break here. We'll go back and get ready for the boys' game. So stay with us. It's Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game. I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN. We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Now time for game number 2 of our boys-girls doubleheader from Heritage Christian High School. The Eagles of Heritage Christian, 2 games under their belt, but no wins to talk about so far. Meanwhile, Indianapolis Chatard playing in their first game not too long ago, earlier this week. They are 1-0 to start this season. It's all coming to you live here tonight on IndianaSRN. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Bertner Electric, your licensed and experienced electrician serving Central Indiana. IUPUI Sports Management, a lifetime of sport with a winning degree. Piper Logistics, 3 services, 1 logistical solution. And Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown farm equipment dealer. Back here with the coach, Keith Myers and Jarrett Lewis, here on IndianaSRN. Thanks so much for tuning in. You're probably tuning in on our website or our YouTube page, so we thank you so much for doing so. We now go into game number 2 between Heritage Christian and Bishop Chatard. Like we said, the Eagles still looking for their first win on the season, Coach, and with some terrific upperclassmen, including the Miles Colvin, who is committed to your team, Purdue University.
Yes.
That is right, although they did fall last night to
he traveled.
To Rutgers.
He traveled.
Well, I mean, okay. It is what it is. It's early in the season.
Okay.
Everybody has their shot at number 1.
You know, I'll tell you, though, Jerry, our CEO, made a very good point to send me the video. And then we had our production meeting today at breakfast time, and he showed my lovely wife that, as she is a Hoosier fan. So I've been eating crow all night.
A little
and all
house
day.
divided, I see.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, it is Miles Colvin that everybody across the state loves to talk about, the terrific junior. But he has had some great help this season with some more upperclassmen, including Jonathan Dorsch, one of the great shooters that the Eagles have. So it really is a group effort for this Eagles team, who is in their second year under head coach Warren Wallace, almost a 500 year last year for the Eagles, and a team that they are, like the girls, very familiar with in Bishop Chatard. And again, the Eagles trying to get a sweep tonight, 2-0, try to get another Circle City Conference.
And then on the other side with Chatard, with Kenny Roseman, 1-0. Great game the other night. Got to watch it and got to replay that and watch that a little bit tonight. They're balanced. They played 11 kids the other night. And when you can play that many kids and still have that air of excellence, really good. They were a little disappointed on their turnovers. Didn't think they could get to a quick start, but really handled a really good Washington team. And you look at this game, and this is another City Alliance matchup where you can go help yourself greatly, because that tournament is in January. They seat this tournament, and the head-to-head is a big deal for this tournament. As you see Chatard with their blue and white striped pants, and they're ready to go tonight.
It is Bishop Chatard that does lead this all-time series, or at least the series in the last 29 games. They lead it 16-13. The last time these two teams met was tomorrow of last year, so December 11th of 2020. Heritage Christian got the win 61-54. That score.
A game that we did on IndianaSRN
right,
with an audience of probably maybe 25 people because of the COVID. Not many people got to see that game. A lot more people saw it on web TV than they saw it live. So, it's a very interesting contest how close these two teams are.
We'll take our first break. When we come back, we'll break down these teams just a little bit more. It's the Trojans and the Eagles, a Circle City Conference matchup tonight here on IndianaSRN.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Welcome back to Heritage Christian High School. There's the visiting Trojans of Bishop Chatard, who are in town looking to start the season 2-0 under their first-year head coach, Kenny Roseman, who previously spent time at Indianapolis, Washington, and that was actually the team that the Trojans began their regular season against, and that was earlier this week on Tuesday. That victory for Coach Roseman and the Trojans, a 60-46 home opener win. And you kind of mentioned that game before our first break, Coach, and how a good way to start off your season with a first-year head coach, a team that he was previously at, but also the Trojans held a very high-scoring Indianapolis Washington team to just 46 points. They came into that game with a 3-0 record and averaging 70 points a contest. So this defense from Bishop Chatard has had a great start to this season, holding a team like Washington to under 50 minutes.
Yeah, you look at that, the way that their season started. Their season started late. A lot of people go, "Why in the world did you start so late?" Well, they're used to having a state championship in football. This year, they did not have that state championship. So that helps you, though, if you're a first-year coach at Coach Roseman. You're really happy with that because it gives you a little bit more time to know the kids and what to expect from the kids.
As for Heritage Christian, starting the season 0-2, their last game was a loss to Lawrence North, a high-scoring affair, and that one 73-64. Lawrence North, a team that we will see a couple of times throughout the basketball season, but always talented, always a very deep roster at Lawrence North, and Heritage Christian gave them everything they could in that tournament that they played in last weekend. So the Eagles coming back to their home court looking for their first win of the year, as Warren Wallace is in his second season with a even 500 record, 11-11.
Yeah, but you look at their two losses. Columbus North ranked in 4A. Lawrence North is always very, very good. This is a game where they feel like they match up very, very well. And then they play a very tough schedule because after tonight, they turn right around and play tomorrow afternoon at 12:30 down at Southport in the Forum Credit Union Invitational. So a lot of games, A lot of big games, but I think they'll be fine. When it comes to 2A schools, you match them up to top to bottom. Heritage Christian, a very good ball club, and will be very good. I think also Chatard, as 3A, because this is a conference game, it might come down to these two teams. But Buff has something to do with it. Covenant Christian has something to do with it, and our good friend Bobby Allen at Guerin Catholic has something to do with it as well. And, you love this conference. These 6 teams really like to go after each other. As you take a look at Coach Rosman down underneath, they're hugging Mr. Wiggins, and they're ready to suit him up and go.
Getting closer to tip-off here at Heritage Christian High School, and you mentioned that tough start to the season, the great teams that Heritage Christian has played. The combined record of their opponents through 2 games is 7-2. So
pretty impressive.
Very good, high-level, upper-class schools across the state of Indiana that Heritage Christian has played against, and they will continue to play against tough teams throughout this season, including teams from the Circle City Conference, as you just mentioned. And it is Heritage early in this 2021-2022 campaign, but this first Circle City game for both of these ball clubs could play crucial for the rest of the year.
Sure could, and it'd be very interesting how that will look in the contest. And it should be a note of how good these two teams are, and we'll be ready for tip-off in just a second.
You can see over in
the student's
top
body
right
there.
Corner, yeah, that's right. They got the ugly Christmas sweater, any sort of Christmas theme in that student section. And as both teams have gone back to their benches, there's Bishop Chatard in their away blue jerseys. Heritage Christian on their home court, of course, wearing their home white jerseys. There's Miles Colvin, number 11, sitting on the bench right now, leading the team in scoring this year. He had 20 points in their last game against Lawrence North. And he'll look to do the same here tonight, trying to help the Eagles get their first win. As for Bishop Chatard, they're led in scoring by A.J. Roseman, who had 18 points in their opener against Indianapolis, Washington. This is the starting lineup that we expect from Bishop Chatard. T.J. Alexander is in there. T.J. Ford wears number 4. There's A.J. Roseman in the middle wearing number 5, a 4-guard look, not very much size for Bishop Chatard. And then the rest of their starting lineup, Sylvester Williams and Carter St. John. A lot of experience. We saw this in the girls, upperclassmen, seniors and juniors. And we see the same thing here with almost an entire starting lineup of seniors for Bishop Chatard.
Right there in the center court, that is Sherm Williams. He has been involved with Heritage Christian Athletics for years. The young man played for Washington High School and is being honored tonight. What a great man of service. Every single time you go, and you know this, he sets up our tables, he sets up our, gets us our Cokes, our hamburgers, whatever we want. Sherm, congratulations. Very good echoes for you, and very proud to get to know that young man. What a great honor to honor Sherm Williams. I think it's a standing ovation, which is pretty cool.
It sure is. Everybody in the basketball gym tonight standing up in appreciation of Mr. Williams.
He's handling it pretty well, isn't he?
Yeah, the clapping won't stop. And it keeps on going for Mr. Williams. Of course, they're mentioning everything that he was involved in his time at Washington.
How about this? Coach Roseman goes out, he talks to his kids and goes all the way out, gives them a hug. That's awesome.
Coach Roseman spent just a few short years as the head coach at Indianapolis, Washington. Not too long ago. And now Getting closer to tip-off. Warren Wallace sitting there getting his team ready for this one. We'll take one final break. Starting lineups and the tip-off upcoming here from Heritage Christian High School.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Starting lineups being introduced at this moment. First for Bishop Chatard. You saw them a little bit earlier. They include TJ Alexander. He wears number 3. AJ Roseman, their leading scorer, wears number 5. Sylvester Williams, also a senior. He's number 10. Alexander and Roseman are both seniors as well. Carter St. John in the starting lineup tonight. And Drew Van Vliet, a junior, has entered the starting lineup for tonight's contest. And now on the other side, the home team, the Eagles. Dylan Doss is going to start tonight. There's Miles Colvin, the terrific junior. Jonathan Dorsch is into the starting lineup. You notice the size. There's a lot more length that could play into this ballgame in favor of the Eagles. And the rest of the starting lineup, John McLemore is in there, and Mason Kay, the big man that'll play down low for Heritage Christian.
And I think the key here is Mason Kay early. If got a little bit of size, he can post up. He can also get some boards. Could be very interesting right here. This game could be up and down. Magic number for me, 70.
70, okay.
I think we could get to 70.
We're bumping it up a little bit tonight.
Well, the girls was 40, so with both of these have offensive power, I could really see this. Watch this be a 32-30 game, but I'm going to say 70. And Sean Crawl, you can hold it to me. I have only missed it twice this year, so I'm a little bit above 500. So Tara Magazine, the high school official in the middle of the floor, throwing it up, and we're ready to go.
Ball is up, and the tip controlled by the Eagles. And the boys' side of our boys and girls doubleheader gets rolling here with the Eagles in possession. And a 3 to start from the lefty up top. That's Jonathan Dorsch.
Quick start.
That's his specialty. Dorsch can rise up and knock down that 3. And here he is extended out on defense. This is my first time seeing the Eagles this season. I think Dorsch added a couple of inches. He looks a lot taller.
Yeah, and he was just a reserve player a couple of years ago. Really did make some noise and really earned that position playing varsity. Chatard very patient here.
Yes, they are.
St. John's the quarterback of the Chatard Trojans.
And a travel called against Van Vliet. Van Vliet did not start in their game earlier this week against Washington. He came in off the bench.
How about the new unis for Chatard this year?
Both teams rocking the Adidas attire.
I like it.
In the corner is McLemore. Here's Colvin. He's guarded by Alexander. Colvin just inside the three-point line. Shot gets the bounce and goes in, but it hits the wire before it dropped through the net.
Boy, that wire is really close, and that rim is tight.
That's always fun when you
those guy
have a
rides.
shot that hits that wire.
I always want to make those legal.
St. John across the timeline. Will hand off to Sylvester Williams, who tries to go through 3 defenders. Ball bats around, and it's up the floor to Colvin. St. John gets back, fouls him, but it doesn't matter. Miles Colvin with the tough finish. His first score of the night is an impressive one.
St. John's on the foul, or his first. How about Colvin finishing in high stepping it?
Colvin is going to be a fun player to watch for the rest of this season. 17 of his 20 points in the game against Lawrence North came in the second half for him, so he really got off to a slow start but caught fire in that second half of play against the Wildcats. Batted up. Here's Colvin with the slam. Colvin trying to bring the roof down early. With authority, Miles Colvin. This foul going to go against Dylan Doss.
If we have 2 or 3 of those tonight, I'm okay with that.
That's good enough for me.
Man, that's impressive.
Your popcorn's going to end up all over your lap.
I know, kidding.
Going everywhere.
Quick 2 fouls here.
And they're both on Dylan Doss. So Doss has 2.
Speaking of popcorn, the popcorn award is coming back.
Is that so?
Oh, yeah. If you're you got a snack bar and you got popcorn and it's free, I'll judge it for you. And I got a lot of contenders this year for the popcorn award.
Heritage Christian usually has
really good popcorn.
Pretty good popcorn.
Man-to-man defense here by Heritage Christian. I like the patience. That's the guy you want to give the ball to.
Roseman got into the lane and was forced to kick it out. And here he is in the corner. First points of the contest. A.J. Roseman knocking down that 3.
His dad will tell you he taught him everything he knows about shooting.
Hand off to Dorsch. McLemore, those two working together. And now Dorsch will post up on St. John. They kick it out to newly checked in Nolan Duncan. Here's Dorsch from the left wing. Another 3 knocked down for Jonathan Dorsch. 6 early points.
And how about the student body left when they got to 11 yelling and screaming? 10 must have been the magic number.
Down low and a turnover. Roseman couldn't handle it. And you can sense it. All the energy in the building right now on the side of Heritage Christian. Duncan gets it into Colvin. And McLemore now gets it over the timeline. Shot rejected. Blocked by Van Vliet.
Here comes the pace.
Trojans on the other side. Nobody picking up Sylvester Williams. And his wide open 3 is off the mark.
It's great, great look, but you got to pick him up. Got to stop the ball. Triple threat.
McLemore with a much smaller Williams out on him. Dangerous pass. Dorsch collects it, and he'll step inside the three-point line this time. Boy, Jonathan Dorsch has the microwave on hot right now.
And Dorsch is 3 for 3. 2 of those are 3-pointers. And we're at the 4-minute mark of the first quarter.
Dorsch has 8 of the 13.
Good patience here.
Deep 3 from St. John, and it's nothing but net.
Now he gets his scoring prowess from his mom.
30-second timeout called after that made shot by Coach Wallace of Heritage Christian. We can match you with the right career or hire the right candidate for your company. We do so much more than that. So let us help you today. Contact the Morales Group at 317-472-7600. Jonathan Dorsch, like we said, 2 made threes in that last bucket for the Eagles, has 8 of 13. Miles Colvin has 3 points for the Eagles, 2. The lone scoring from Chatard has been 2 made threes, 1 from Roseman and 1 from Carter St. John.
There's the student body of Heritage Christian, and there's the ugly sweaters, and I guarantee you they stole one from Casey Pierce, because Casey Pierce has exactly the same one, the green. He came to our Christmas party last year wearing that ugly green shirt. Mrs. Myers gave him a $10 bill to go buy another sweater.
I don't blame him. I'd get rid of that thing, too.
Here we go. Timeout was Chatard, and we're ready to roll. Check that was Heritage Christian's timeout.
They get it over the timeline and break the press to the Eagles. Colvin drives into the corner to Duncan. Down low, Wiggins can't handle it.
Bounce pass would be better.
It's a good idea by McElmore, just well off the target.
Halftime score, Greencastle leads 25-13 against Southmont.
That's our other game tonight on IndianaSRN. Missed shot from Chatard. They nearly get it back. And here goes McElmore the other way. Pass batted up in the air. Gets it back. Floater in the lane goes down for John McElmore.
This is a good quarter for Heritage Christian. 15 points. I like the timeout about the 3:50 mark. Settle your kids down.
Wide open look on the far side from Alexander, no good. Still with it, though, are the Trojans. Second chance. Also no good. It'll stay with Bishop Chatard. Robert Davison had just checked in. He got a couple of nice looks down low. And Coach Roseman for Chatard, he'll play 10 or 11 guys. We saw that in their season opener against Washington.
That was Tuesday night, correct?
It was. And 10 of the 11 that played ended up scoring.
Here's the other thing is both of these teams play tomorrow, so you go hard at it now, and then you got to go back at it tomorrow.
Great shot fake by Roseman, and he weaves his way into the lane for two.
He has 5.
Whistle, and it's going to be a timeout by Coach Wallace, possibly seeing something he doesn't like, and a 30-second timeout called by him. To become an IHSAA official, you can contact the IHSAA office. Get involved with the men and women behind the stripes. Great way to stay in shape and make some extra money. IHSAA.org/officials.
Have been very pleased to be invited to the officials meeting, their Christmas meeting next week, and IndianaSRN is one of their guests, and would like to thank them for the invite. They really appreciate what we do about supporting the athletic officials in the state of Indiana. We need good officials, and we want to thank our sponsors like Officially Human and Reps also to join that adventure with us. It takes a team effort to get it done, and we appreciate our recognition from them, but we couldn't do it without our sponsors.
So Coach Wallace now out of his 30-second timeout. Sets up this look for the Eagles, and Wiggins wasn't looking for it. Alexander was, although he was out of bounds when he last touched the basketball.
I like the no call there because both teams were going for the ball, and no one really gained the advantage.
Mason Kay has checked back in for the Eagles. Also, for the first time, we see Keegan Broderick and Landon Schnippel have all checked in for the Eagles. Those three, along with Wiggins and McElmore, currently on the court for Heritage Christian, who have a 15-8 lead. And 90 seconds left to play in the quarter. Loose ball, Alexander picks it up. Nobody around, and on the left side puts it in with the right hand.
Boy, he almost traveled. Stumbled a little bit out of the gate there. They were down, 15? Was it 15? It was 15-2, correct? So they were down 13, has made a nice little comeback here.
Davidson extends out on Broderick. And Keegan matched up with Alexander. Now Davidson gets switched back on him.
I like the intensity of the man-to-man. What gum are they chewing?
Eagles staying patient with about 35 seconds. Macklemore and Alexander.
A little bit too aggressive.
Can definitely see he didn't mean to give that much contact, and he picks up the foul.
So now you got Coven coming back on the floor. Man, is he a big kid.
We got an early taste of
Thunder.
That's right. Well, lightning, and then the Thunder came in after with the crowd.
Okay, there you go. I like that.
Colvin nearly jumping out of the gym, and a bad pass. He overthrows Kay. Chatard fans appreciate that stop. Dorsch comes back in for the final 17.2. St. John will run the point as Coach Roseman calls out his play. One final shot for the Trojans. Alexander up top. St. John has it left wing.
There's the back door, though. Oh.
Was thinking about a three and then eventually ended up putting one up. It's a miss, and the Eagles control the first quarter. They lead at 15-10 after 8 minutes. Second quarter upcoming here on IndianaSRN.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Back live, 15-10, Heritage Christian over Chatard. Don't forget IndianaSRN. Well, we got Christmas music. Oh, yeah. All the way till January the 3rd. Christmas music 24/7. Here's how you get on. You click on to IndianaSRN.org. You'll see up on the top of our screen about our staff and about us, and then 24/7 music. Click on that, and there's Christmas music there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, no commercials. Your favorite Christmas songs all the way to January the 3rd.
So if you're telling me that I stay up until 3 o'clock in the morning tonight, I can listen to Christmas music on
and you can sing along, that's right.
All right.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
I want to thank everyone who made that possible, and, boy, enjoy your Christmas season. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Second quarter begins with possession towards the Trojans, still going from right to left. Carter St. John with Dorsch out on him. Now driving baseline, dangerous pass towards the middle of the floor. St. John somehow comes away with it and gets fouled. Mason Kay ended up on the floor, and he's the one called for the personal.
That's Mason's first.
Quick inbounds pass, no good on the shot from Davidson. Roseman with the O board. Tipped around, exchanges hands a couple of times, and getting fouled is the newly checked in Sam Lewis.
This could be Mason Kay as well.
It is. Mason Kay picks up 2 quick personals in a matter of about 10 seconds.
And here comes Noah Duncan. Oh, they're going to keep Mason Kay in the ballgame.
It's Wiggins who checks out instead. Kay right now matched up with Van Vliet.
Well, you got 15 kids on your team, and he'll play every single kid, so you got lots of fouls to give.
Roseman gets open in the corner, but doesn't have a look. Well, that's going to be a fun matchup if it stays like this between Roseman and Colvin.
Yes, it will.
They swing it around to the opposite corner. Colvin was looking for that steal. This Trojans team, they love to stay patient. Roseman drives in, stops right at the block, but left it short. McLemore the other way. Dribbles it around and loses the handle on it, and Coach Roseman thought that none of his guys touched it.
I think he was mistaken.
McLemore will come into inbound. Before that, a substitution as Alexander has come back in. He'll replace Roseman.
Roseman will not be out long, though, folks. I guarantee you.
Colvin with it. He had 5 in the first quarter. Dorsch leading the way at the moment with 8. Colvin in the lane, rises up, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, and this time is able to draw a foul. So for the second time tonight, we'll see Miles Colvin head to the free throw line. That foul called on Drew Van Vliet.
Myers Kovic on the line for shooting 2. First one, no. Yeah, if you watch the girls' game, free throw shooting was not very spectacular. But when it came down to crunch time, Heritage Christian knocking out a free throws.
It was. Yeah, the free throw percentage was much better in the second half for Heritage Christian. In our girls' game, which opened up this doubleheader, missed free throw, but Mason Kay with the offensive rebound. Nearly had a chance at a three-point play. So Colvin unfortunately misses both of his, but the Eagles can still jump this lead out to 17.
Mason Kay at the free throw line. Foul was on Van Vliet.
And again, Van Vliet fouled Colvin and then didn't box out Mason Kay, and he made him pay for it.
Double header again next week for Heritage Christian, right here on IndianaSRN. A lot of games in store for you next week.
Kay goes 2 for 2. But those are first points of the second quarter. Dylan Doss has checked back in for the Eagles as the Trojans still working things around. They find Richardson at the right wing, and that's a good shot. For the first time, Robert Davidson scores. McLemore trying to answer. Can't this time. And Mason Kay appeared to be held down low by Ben Wright. Definitely a mismatch as Wright didn't have no choice against the big fella. Dorsch will look to inbound. He gets it into Doss. Colvin, even with Alexander defending him well, was still trying to get that shot off.
Look at the strength of Alexander. That ball was going to be a shot. He smacked that ball in midway, went into the crowd. You know, they should be able to keep the souvenir.
Alexander with a tough task guarding Colvin tonight.
Sharp passes is just not there yet for the Eagles.
Doss sees a double team. Kay gets it back to Doss into the corner. Not enough on it. Going the other way are the Trojans with some numbers right in the corner, but gets called for steps.
Got to put down the ball first before you make that move. you'd like to get a hold of us during the game, you can tweet us at IndianaSRN. Let us know where you're watching or listening to the game, and we'll be happy to give you a shout out.
Heritage Christian has led the entire way. We get a whistle, and they're going to call Colvin for an illegal screen. Colvin can't believe it, although it's just his first foul.
And the scoring has stopped like a dime. And more turnovers this last 2 minutes than we've had points.
Well, 3 minutes gone by so far, and Davidson has the only 3 points this quarter for Chatard. And Mason Kay has 2 made free throws. Davidson with another one, though. And that cuts the deficit down to 1 for Chatard.
That's his second 3.
Davidson now has 6 off the bench. Dorsch. He gets called for a travel.
So 4 times down the floor for Heritage Christian. 1 set of free throws, and the rest of them have been turnovers.
This defense will, Bishop Chatard, they will wear you down.
They will wear you down. And this, you can tell, the student body wants to yell and scream. You can tell. They're at the bit of that.
St. John and Alexander collide. Alexander's still able to get a shot off, but it's a miss. Here's Colvin with the board. Trying to go coast to coast, and he will. Foul against TJ Alexander. Alexander so far has only allowed Colvin to pick up 5 points. Of course, it's still early, most of this game left to play, but now that's foul number 2 against him.
Colvin at the line for 2.
Colvin has missed his last 3 free throws.
I have him 1 for 3. Is that correct?
1 for 4.
1 for 4. Thank you. I knew you stand corrected. Thank you.
Yeah, he had converted a 3-point play to score his first points, but he does trickle in the second.
2-point lead now for the Eagles.
And not sure where Carter St. John was going with that one, but he throws it away.
I think he was thought his teammate Roseman was on the other end of that.
Yeah, Roseman has checked back in. Sylvester Williams is out there for Chatard. And he picks up Dylan Doss.
See if they'll put Colvin in on the post here. Nope, still on the wing.
And they'll set him up into the corner as Davidson trails him. Able to still get that 3 off, and Davidson doesn't like the call. He gave some contact to Colvin as he rose up for the shot. Robert Davidson has 1. It'll be 3 free throws upcoming for Miles Colvin. Colvin committed to Purdue University, and he was just a sophomore.
How about this?
When he made that commitment.
Heritage putting no one on the line. You see this more and more, Jarrett, because you don't want to get the costly foul. Now, maybe, no, you still don't feel it.
Yeah, initially it looked like Coach Wallace was having a discussion with his other 4 players, and all those guys opt to not head to the line and try to get a rebound, but it doesn't matter. Colvin sinks all 3, and it's up to a 5-point lead. St. John, nice pass to Williams, kicking it out. 3-pointer is up, and it gets a nice bounce for Kevin Wells. First time we've called his name tonight, this senior into the box score with the 3.
That hit every part of the rim. I like those soft rims here at Heritage.
Roseman closely guards McLemore. They swing it around.
There's the guy that was hot early in the game.
Dorsch yet to put up a shot in the second quarter, and it's a turnover. Wiggins can't handle the pass. St. John kicks things out. Dorsch bats that one out of bounds. Unlike most broadcast companies, our funding comes primarily from donations and school subscriptions, so help us put more kids on TV. Click that donate button on our website, IndianaSRN.org.
We thank you very much and have a very Merry Christmas.
Dorsch. That's two. Well, he had the pass batted out of bounds, but this time he picks up a personal foul.
Not a very smart foul. I mean, no one's going to hurt you that far outside the basket.
It's just the first one on Dorsch, who had those 8 points in the first quarter. So far quiet in quarter number 2, but 3 minutes left to play. Williams crossing up McLemore, and a foul called on either McLemore, who they're going to tag for this one. And they're going to get Dylan Doss.
I got him for 3.
I do as well. And he's going to sit. That'll bring in Brandon Timmering.
Williams at the line for 2. 3 points only this quarter for the Trojans. Make it 4. And just 6 for Heritage Christian. You can tell it's still an early part of the year, can't you? You bet.
Williams goes 2 for 2. He becomes the 6th different score for Chatard. Just 4 different guys to score so far for Heritage Christian. A whistle. Roseman. They're going to get him with a foul as he was going after the basketball. And the Chatard side doesn't
not care for that one.
Nope. First foul on Roseman. So Braden Timmering now, after getting that shove, it'll be 1-1 for Heritage Christian from here on out, as it will be for Chatard. Timmering, the lefty, first free throw no good. St. John keeps it in play. Roseman trying to beat Colvin. Colvin may have deflected a piece of that.
I think he blocked that on the backboard, Jarrett.
Timmering, Williams picks it.
Almost ran over the camera girl. She goes, I don't like it over here. I'm moving.
We see a couple of those cameras around the basketball court tonight. Big game in the Circle City. These two teams know each other so well. The last time these two teams met, December 11th of 2020, so tomorrow and 1 year. Eagles won that game 61-54. Colvin, step back 3, left it way short. And a rebound batted into the hands of Davidson. St. John up the floor. Dorsch cuts off the pass. We'll see if Dorsch can find a groove again offensively.
Wiggins has done a nice job posting there. They're not giving him the ball. I think he could do some damage underneath the basket if he gets the ball in the post.
Appears to have the size advantage with Davidson working on him. Another steal by St. John. Up the floor to Roseman, and wisely gets McLemore up into the air and is able to draw some contact. First foul for McLemore, and Roseman had 5 points in quarter number 1. Will try to score in quarter number 2. Just the 3rd free throw attempt so far tonight for Chatard, and Roseman misses that one. Meanwhile, Heritage Christian has 11, and they're 7 of 11.
And those are the points they have in this second quarter.
Roseman misses the second.
Missed them both.
Closing in on a minute and a half left to go in the first half. Reach in foul, most likely going to go on A.J. Roseman.
That's his second.
And again, more free throws upcoming. McLemore will head to the line. So far tonight, McLemore made a 2 in the first quarter. And he will not add to that total. Williams.
Oh, the stop and go.
Trying to get rid of the defender. Sees two guys come over to help. Davidson with another offensive rebound. He has a couple of those tonight. St. John. One dribble and a rise. And this looks to be probably a delay of game warning. And it is on Williams, but the shot goes down for Carter St. John.
Coach does not like that call. Coach Roseman kind of shook his head a little bit. You're preventing a fast break that is not allowed in our high school game.
St. John gives the lead.
First lead.
To Chatard, that is right. For the first time, the Trojans are on top. 60 seconds. McLemore into the lane. Gets some contact from Sylvester Williams.
Double bonus now.
McLemore will look to tie this puppy back up at 23. First free throw does go down for John McLemore. This broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. Second free throw, in and out. 4 missed free throws this quarter for Heritage Christian. Down low, nice find by Davidson, and he gets the finish. Boy, a tough shot to get off as he saw a push come in from Schnippel. Davidson, how about a second quarter for him?
I got him for 8. Is that correct?
That is right.
Wow. And he came off the bench.
That's the thing, too, about this Kenny Roseman team is there's probably multiple guys on the bench that could start.
And we have a 6-man award tonight and player of the game. And, boy, he's got his resume going pretty well right now.
Going for both. Player of the game and most definitely 6-man as of right now. Could very well be player of the game. And right now, he's got it up with the other number 11, that being Miles Colvin. Colvin sees a double team and
forced that one.
Finds a way to get off a shot, but I agree, Coach. Pretty forced and a turnover committed by the Trojans. Going the other way and getting fouled. That's Austin Snively. They're going to call Sam Lewis with that foul.
Roseman has already played 9 players tonight. Missed the first free throw.
This is Austin Snively at the line. Nolan Duncan took a long rest, and Snively misses the second. What will the Trojans do here with 20 seconds? Williams has Snively out on him. He'll drive in, and it'll be a foul going against Heritage Christian.
Well, you got enough players, you got enough fouls.
And And that's just the first on Snively, his first minutes late in this second quarter. Williams back to the free throw line. He's now 3 of 3.
And a 4-point lead. Make it 4.
Largest lead so far tonight for Chatard. Here are the Eagles with one last look in the first half. 3 seconds. Dorsch, catch and shoot. Well off the mark, and the first half buzzer sounds from Heritage Christian High School. The Trojans trailed by 5 after 1, but they outscore the Eagles 16-7 to take a halftime lead of 26-22 into the locker room. Now time for our halftime show here on IndianaSRN. The second half, 10 minutes away here on the family of networks, IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game.
Today, greed, selfish interest, and barefaced corruption seem all the fashion. America needs great men of tolerance who can give honest debate to the great issues of the day. I'm seeing mostly squabbling, men squandering their time, being wolves to one another. Yet, I'm not without hope. We still have Freemasonry. Yes, the same Freemasons that helped create this country have always provided great men when needed. And today, in every city and town in America, Freemasonry is still providing that special place where young men can find their greatness and accomplished men can give something back. Yes, in this time of great hope, it is my hope that America will see that Freemasonry is a national treasure that cannot be separated from our country's future.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
I am Heritage.
Heritage Christian. We are Heritage.
I am Heritage.
We are Heritage.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
To our game, about to get the second half underway from Heritage Christian High School with the coach, Keith Myers. Jarrett Lewis with you alongside. 26-22 is our halftime score. And, Coach, a lot of free throws shot in that second quarter by Heritage Christian. Not the best free throw percentage, I'm sure, that Coach Wallace wants to see, but they are attacking. They are trying to get it into the rim. They shot a lot more in the first quarter.
Right.
But the second quarter, looking to get to the rack, draw some fouls.
Yeah, in fact, all their scoring was free throws. Not a single field goal. And, you know, we had some sparks early with Jonathan Dorsch. And then Coven gave us that great thunder and lightning thing. But other than that, that's the only offensive prowess that Heritage has had. For Chatard, they played really slow in that first 2 or 3 minutes, got their feet, got their legs. And fortunately for them, they have a young man coming off the bench, Davison, who has really set the things on fire. I have him unofficially with 8 points, and he had that spark, exactly what Chatard needed.
Yeah, Roseman got scoring going in the first quarter with 5 points. That's what he's at right now. And then Davidson has 8, all of them coming in that second quarter, including 2 made threes. On the other side, Miles Colvin leading Heritage Christian in scoring with 9. He had 5 in the first, 4 in the second. But Jonathan Dorsch got off to a real hot start. Like you said, 2 made threes right off the bat. 8 points in the opening quarter, but quiet since then. We'll see how much he gets involved in this second half of play, which was the second quarter owned by Chatard. They really ended off that first half on a high note. Like you said, they really try to slow the game down, stay patient offensively, and their defense can really wear you out too.
Yeah, and you look at the 16 points they put in the second quarter and held Heritage Christian to only 7. You know, if you're Coach Wallace, you don't panic. You're still right in the thick of things here. But very interesting because both of these teams, for Heritage Christian, this game might get over with about 9:30. Go to bed. It's probably 11 o'clock. You got to get up early tomorrow morning, walk through it probably 10:30, and you're got to be back on the basketball court at 12:30 against a very good Southport team. For Chatard, Evansville Bossy is making that trip up tomorrow night at 7:30. We have one of those 2 games for you. We have the Evansville Bossy Chatard ball game, but you know, both these teams, don't worry about tomorrow. They have to play and finish this one and then worry about their opponent tomorrow. But back-to-back for both of these teams could be a very interesting total, especially early in the year as this is.
The rest of the scoring from that first half, TJ Alexander added 2. Kevin Wells had a made 3-pointer, and Carter St. John 5 points for Chatard. Also 3 points from Sylvester Williams. That's the scoring for the Trojans. Colvin tries to get the scoring started in the second half with a 3, but it's no good, and a foul underneath against Chatard. Looking over at the scoring for Heritage Christian, just 4 different guys have been able to score. John McElmore has 3 points, and Mason Kay has 2, but 17 of the 22 have come from Colvin and Dorsch.
So 14 seconds in the second half, and we already have another foul.
Carter St. John picked up that last foul. He's got 2. Here's McLemore. Shot blocked by St. John. Roseman was also in on the mix. And they prevent a first bucket going in favor of the Eagles. St. John had one made three. Roseman also had a three. As a team, 5 went down from beyond the arc for Bishop Chatard.
They're putting Davison on the high post here. Watch them feed him underneath. There it was right there.
But Kay read the pass all the way and picks up that steal. Here's Dorsch. We'll go far side to Dylan Doss. Pass batted out, and actually Colvin couldn't handle it. That 70-point mark might, we might need overtime.
A little bleak right now.
Yeah, it's not looking too hot.
Thank you. I appreciate you pointing that out.
But that is good.
I scribbled it out on my notes.
It is good if you're talking about it from a Bishop Chatard's perspective, to limit a team like Heritage Christian to under 70. Nice pass. Davidson there, and the assist to Carter St. John.
I'll tell you what, Davidson could be that player of the game and the sixth man. You're right. Comes off the bench.
He is the first one into double digits with 10 points. Doss gets tied up with Sylvester Williams, and the possession arrow favors Bishop Chatard. Coach Wallace with an early substitution will take Doss out and bring in Nolan Duncan.
Duncan has a little bit of more height. And you know who's really been quiet is Dorsch. He started off with 5, 6, 8. Been head scoreless now for a whole entire quarter and 3 minutes of this one.
And they came early in that first quarter, too. They played the entire second quarter and about half of the first quarter without scoring. And the Trojans have kept him well in check. Williams is fearless. Gets it to go. Boy, the English on that one from Sylvester Williams. The smallest player on the court, perhaps, but playing the biggest on that possession.
Extend this lead to 30-22.
Mason Kay, that foul, that's number 3 on him. And Williams converts the three-point play. He's got 6 points for Bishop Chatard.
Now you're in danger zone if you're Heritage Christian, because you have not scored in quite a long time. Here's a turnover.
And this defense is causing havoc. Davidson can't get the friendly roll, but he does get it back with a nice effort play by Williams.
And kept both feet in bounds. That's impressive.
Chatard spreads out the floor with some weaving action, and it sets up a 3 in the corner from St. John, but he left it short. Colvin, not exactly sure what happened there. He just loses the handle on it. And it goes out of bounds.
Maybe putting a little bit of pressure on himself. Got to relax.
Still a lot of game left.
Yep, you bet. But if I'm Chatard right now, 35, 40 seconds off the clock doesn't bother me at all.
And for the Eagles, I mean, it could just very well be one shot that can start to get their offense going, get the crowd involved.
Yeah, because the crowd is chomping.
Student section, they've been standing all game. But I haven't had much to cheer for of late. Carter St. John, oh my goodness. Steph Curry-esque. Lobbing it up there through the lane. And Williams picks it away from Dorsch. Sylvester the other way. Up and under, can't get it to go. Wells offensive board.
And kicking it back out. Look at this.
And Williams, even with the much taller Colvin rising up, looking for that rejection.
Yep.
He shows a lot of heart. St. John gets it batted back to him. Wills cut into the lane. No, that's Roseman. And a whistle, and not very many people in the gymnasium saw that one.
No, and I will tell you this. The aggressive play of Heritage Christian is pretty intense right now.
Travel called against Roseman. Easily breaking the press is Heritage Christian. They find a 3 in the corner, and it's off the mark from Doss. McLemore will get another crack at it. Looked like the referee wanted to call a travel, but opting not to, and McLemore with a nice finish.
That's their first 2-point field goal since the first quarter.
All free throws in that second quarter.
Exactly.
First points of this third quarter at all, also for Heritage Christian.
So if you go all the way back to the first quarter to now, that's a lot of stoppage and a lot of missed shots.
4.5 minutes in this third quarter. And finally, the Eagles were able to score. Williams in a tough spot. Has to throw it away. McLemore stops and pops.
2 for 2 tonight.
All 4 points in this quarter. Can't finish it on the other end is Davidson. And Roseman will bring it back out. St. John's spin move in the lane. Kicking it out. Won't get the assist that time. Wills' 3 is off. What's the call here as Colvin knocks over St. John? I believe that's who they got.
Ooh. That is 2 big players who knows how to take some hits. Man.
St. John being a quarterback.
Oh, my goodness. Yes.
He's taken a number of hits, no doubt. See, Alexander is out there at the top of this press, along with Colin Guy, who we see for the first time. Colvin splits those 2. Miles looking to score. He'll rise up from 3. In and out from the left wing. Andrew Wiggins, an offensive rebound, and he gets fouled. Reaching in, they'll call Robert Davidson. Davidson has 2. Wiggins has to throw it into the backcourt to McLemore, who gets a screen from Colvin. Left alone, McLemore, that's a 3. John McLemore's first 3 of the game. He's trying to keep his team in it. He has 7 points, all 7 of Heritage Christian's points in this third quarter. And we see a timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout. Eagles now trail by 4 with 2:12 left to play in the third.
How does a good man become even better? By working out? Or by working his way up the corporate ladder? By changing his diet? Or by changing his style? By traveling the world? Or by staying perfectly still? For 300 years, we've helped good men become the best versions of themselves through a dedicated fraternity and by taking an oath to live a life of integrity, service, and brotherly love. Men who are as committed to each other and their families as they are to our noble cause. In the end, we don't just make men better, we make them Masons. Not just a man, a Mason.
John McLemore scoring all 7 points in this third quarter for his team to cut the deficit down to 4. It'll be Trojans basketball out of the timeout. Going from left to right on your screen with the Coach Keith Myers. Jarrett Lewis with you here on IndianaSRN. They do end up with a turnover. And a double dribble is the call against Austin Snively. And Snively, who had just checked in.
So McLemore's taking over this third quarter.
He sure is.
I got him 3-5-7. Is that correct? in this quarter?
He's got 7 in the quarter. He's got 10 altogether. The only one in double digits for the Eagles, but Colvin has 9 and Dorsch has 8. Those two not too far behind. Colvin comes in and jumps St. John. And the Eagles trying to force some turnovers. They're trying to bring Colvin over and get a batted pass, get a steal. They do get a fast break here, and it's thrown away by Doss.
Try to force that ball where that should not be forced.
I think Doss trying to run a lot quicker than what he can with the basketball. St. John hounded by Colvin, and McLemore this time was the one to come over. That's who they get for the foul.
I got him for 2.
2 fouls from McLemore. Just the second team foul against Heritage Christian. A lot better defense from both teams to start the second half. St. John goes across court to Alexander, and he's cut off by Colvin. Alexander, nice pass, and it's an assist for TJ. Picking it up is Wade McAllister. McAllister for the first time out on the floor for Coach Roseman. There's a interesting whistle going against.
Mr. Alexander's asking the official, what did I do?
And nicely done by Roseman coming over, making sure that.
That's a good teammate right there.
He wants to make sure his guy stays cool.
Exactly.
Doesn't pick up possibly a technical foul. 50 seconds left to play in the third. Doss will try the near corner this time, and he knocks it in. Dylan Doss for the first time scores some points. Reach-in foul called against the Eagles. And we still have a whole quarter left to play in 40 seconds.
And this is fun.
Yeah.
This is a lot of fun.
You can feel that after that 3 from Doss, the intensity is definitely going to start picking up. Eagle fans want a reason to get into this ball game. And Heritage Christian nicely done to come back and make this game a whole lot closer in this quarter. Roseman, St. John wide open, well off the mark. Last touch by Chatard.
So now you have 27.2. You don't need a 3. Just need it, but you do. It would be helpful to have a basket.
Definitely the best look possible. And maybe some.
A little perspiration on the floor. See, officials know how to clean. They know how to blow the whistle. They know how to call fouls. And you too can do all that as well. Contact the ISHA office, ishsa.org/officials. We need you. Be involved. And I think they've done a great job. This has been a very aggressive game, and they've kept this game very much under control, and great teammates keeping each player under control.
Trojans will slow Heritage Christian down for just a little bit, but still plenty of time left. 15 seconds. Doss gets the play from Coach Wallace. They'll have Colvin post up. Chatard brings the double team. They kick it around. Three-pointer from Kay. Doesn't go. Tipped around, and the buzzer sounds before any other action ensues. Heritage Christian ends up trailing by as many as 10, and they trail by just 3 as we enter the final quarter from Heritage Christian High School. Don't go anywhere. The fourth quarter upcoming on IndianaSRN.
How does a good man become even better? By working out? Or by working his way up the corporate ladder? By changing his diet? Or by changing his style? By traveling the world? Or by staying perfectly still? For 300 years, we've helped good men become the best versions of themselves through a dedicated fraternity and by taking an oath to live a life of integrity, service, and brotherly love. Men who are as committed to each other and their families as they are to our noble cause. In the end, we don't just make men better, we make them Masons. Not just a man, a Mason.
The fourth and final quarter set to start. Heritage Christian will have possession. Thanks for joining us here on Indiana SRN. Jarrett Lewis with Keith Myers.
A lot of viewers tonight. Thank you very much for joining us tonight.
A lot going into this game. Circle City. Also just two teams that are very familiar with each other and not too far apart.
Conference opponent, too.
Trailing off the screen and sees a double team, does McAllister, and he has it stolen away. Colvin trying to go coast to coast. He draws a foul.
St. John on the foul.
Third foul on St. John. He's got 7 points.
Colvin have 9. Official asked him to tuck in the jersey.
McLemore and Doss, the only two to score in the third quarter for Heritage Christian.
These are important.
Colvin's first does go. First time he scored since the second quarter. He is now into double figures along with McLemore with 10.
Dorsch has 8.
All in the first quarter.
First 2 minutes of the first quarter.
Colvin has now 6 points still from the free throw line, so 6 of his 10 from the charity stripe. He has shot 9 free throws. Davidson was left wide open, but opts to hold on to it. St. John. Dylan Doss out on him. Alexander weaves around for a little bit.
Boy, they're very patient with this basketball.
Roseman has it, and the Eagles trying to look to make something happen. They bring over a double team, and it forces a turnover.
Nice job by McLemore.
And here he is with it. Catch and shoot.
Oh.
No good this time.
Felt it.
So you have a quick hitter on one end, and you have on this end.
Patient, slow, foul me.
Driving baseline, Wells.
St. John is not going to shoot that ball, folks, I tell you. He might want to shoot that ball, but Mr. Roseman will not want him to shoot that ball, but that's exactly one. Is this going to go 1-and-1 here?
No, it's just 4 fouls on Heritage.
Okay.
Chatard, though, does have 6, so the next one on them.
Foul was on Wiggins.
Nobody really in foul trouble. St. John does have 3. Dylan Doss has 3.
Alexander has 3.
Alexander has 3.
But see, they're not looking to score here. Oh, got it off his knee.
Doss knocks it off of Alexander. Heads up play there from the junior. Now Doss will bring it over to Heritage Christian side. Colvin with the man in his face, it doesn't matter. Miles Colvin knocks down his first 3 of the game.
And the crowd now is in it.
Colvin leads all scorers with 13. He'll extend the defense out on Alexander. Boy, giving him fits into the corner to Davidson.
You got to guard him. He's hot.
Davidson has 10. 8 of those came in the second quarter. Roseman will slow things down again. Into the lane. Went past about 4 defenders. We'll see who they tag this foul on. It's going to be Wiggins.
I got him for 2, and they're going to give him 2 free throws.
So Roseman will try to retake the lead for Chatard. And for the moment, we'll tie it up at 36.
Our public address announcer tonight, David Pierce from IUPUI Sports Management. We want to thank them and all of our sponsors tonight for the broadcast.
And Roseman does give the lead to the Trojans, 37-36. And we get a bunch of whistles. Timeout from Coach Wallace.
It's a full timeout.
Full timeout as the Eagles trail by 1. Don't go anywhere. 4:34 still left to go in this one.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you'll have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Welcome back to Heritage Christian High School. Eagles on their home court currently trail Bishop Chatard 37-36. Jarrett Lewis and the coach Keith Myers will take you the rest of the way. 4:34 left to go. Eagles trying to take the lead right back. And losing the handle on it was Dorsch. St. John the other way, behind the back pass. And the referee, a late call, but I think it's the right call, a travel.
I think he took 4 steps.
I
counted 3.
John. I don't think Coach Roseman is mad at the call. I think he's mad at Dorsch for trying to get fancy with it, maybe.
You mean St. John?
St. John, that's
yes.
what I meant. Dorsch had the turnover on the other end, but it was St. John who got called for steps.
We're halfway through this quarter.
Macklemore into the lane.
Runner.
Hits the deck, but no call, and the Trojans take it the other way. Another whistle and a timeout called by, looks like Bishop Chatard, just a 30-second timeout.
Don't forget to join us tomorrow. 6 big games on IndianaSRN.
The huddle for Bishop Chatard. You see Coach Roseman there. Got his first win as Trojans head coach on Tuesday when they defeated Indianapolis Washington 60-46. Was a previous head coach at Indianapolis Washington for 2 years and is now taking over the job here at Bishop Chatard High School. Last year, this Bishop Chatard team went 8-14, a 3-7 record when they were on the road. And right now, their first road game of the season, trying to escape with a victory.
Back home tomorrow night against Evansville Boxing.
Runner doesn't go for St. John, and Colvin goes up high for the board. Trying to get rid of Sylvester Williams. Williams just wouldn't go away. That's the second foul on Williams. Dylan Doss still at the point. Hands off to McElmore. McElmore loses the handle and is left open. Can't hit the three. Colvin almost with the putback dunk. It's a miss on the other end. Williams, he finishes. Got the foul from Colvin. Boy, Sylvester Williams just has no fear at all.
He's the smallest guy on the floor.
And he now has 8 points.
How about the missed dunk and then the layup and one?
Well, props to Colvin first for just the effort on the putback and then marching down the other end to try to get the block on Williams, who misses the free throw, but Colvin does get called for a foul.
And now Alexander picks up his 4th. And we are shooting a bonus for the Eagles.
And now the players recognize that, and that will have, looks like Snively at the free throw line.
Looks like there's been a little bit of talking on the floor, a little bit of chipping.
I think so too. You think this game might matter just a little bit.
Just a tad.
It's an important one.
First of all, you're not too far away from each other. You're a conference opponent, and it's a Circle City. It's a City Alliance game as well. So everything piles up to be a nice little Christmas present early for us.
Snively can't hit that free throw. He's 0 for 3. And the Eagles can't get closer. They still trail by 3. St. John has Snively out on him. Now into the lane.
That's a smart move. Kicked it back out.
Great dump down. Roseman gets the assist. It's Davidson who has the easy finish.
And he's been the star of the game.
And a turnover. Davidson got the steal. And wisely, Roseman will allow the offense to spread out to all corners of the half court. Another dump down. This time Roseman finds Davidson, and Davidson gets fouled.
I think the foul's going to be on Wiggins, and that could be his 3rd.
Alexander's really the only one in foul trouble, and he is currently not on the floor for Chatard. A lot of players with 3.
These are 2 big free throws.
Davidson won't get a second one. First one's off the mark. First free throw attempt for Davidson tonight. But the Trojans still hold on to a 5-point lead. Snively left it short. Colvin just went right over Wells to get the board. And the foul's going to go against Robert Davidson. Colvin will head back to the free throw line. He is 6 of 10. Now 6 of 11.
Just cannot get over the hump.
And as a team, Heritage Christian is just 9 of 19. Quick timeout called by Coach Roseman. He saw he had some players in trouble. He'll also get a substitution with Alexander checking back in. It's a full timeout. We'll take a break. 2:01 left to go in this final quarter. Well, it's a 5-point lead for Bishop Chatard, and Coach Roseman opting to take that timeout. He'll have a out-of-bounds play.
Well, you had to take that timeout. You're going to get pinned.
That's right.
You know, if I'm Coach Roseman, I don't shoot the ball again. I make them foul, and we win it at the free throw line. Both teams having 2 timeouts left. That's important.
The scoring in this fourth quarter has just been 2 2-point field goals and 2 made free throws from Chatard. I mean, to go 6 minutes so far and only have to score 6 points, although they nearly give it away. In fact, they do. I mean, it just shows how good their defense has been this entire game. It looked to be a hot start offensively for Heritage
really
Christian,
did.
and then just putting the brakes on them did Bishop Chatard. But still a lot of game left in this one. A lot can happen in 1:40.
You need to score this time down to 4, though.
I think you need the ball in the hands of a guy named Miles Colvin.
Wells on the foul.
Colvin, 4 points in the quarter, has been the only one to score in this quarter. So you look at 6 points scored for Chatard, and they've only given up 4 to Heritage Christian.
Old baseball score.
And it rattles home for Dylan Doss. His first free throws tonight. Get an inadvertent buzzer, and they do get the substitution in.
Late
Sylvester
substitution.
Williams, he's come back out on the floor. Doss could make it a 1-possession game with a made free throw here. And he does not. Carter St. John up the floor. Nice pass to Roseman. Great cut in the lane. Alexander can't get the bounce. Here's Colvin. Euro step. See if they call this foul in the act of shooting. I believe they will. St. John with that foul. That's number 4 on him.
Full timeout, Heritage.
Full timeout also on the floor. So we'll take another break. This one coming down to crunch time, 1:19 left to go.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Well,
there's the score, Coach. It's boy, it's getting interesting.
It is getting. You know, you look at the scoring. You know, you go back to the girls' game, and it's almost identical. Free throw shooting has kept both these teams in this because field goals have been kind of limited.
Yeah, and Heritage Christian with a ton of free throws. I mean, it fills up the box score in that fourth quarter. That allowed them to sneak away with that win. 53-48 the final score as Colvin misses the front end. And can't hit on the second one either. Well, you think about it, if the Eagles, I mean, if they make
half of their free throws.
Right, if they make 3 or 4 more free throws, if they make 4, it's a tie ball game. And now Colvin picks up a silly foul. Chatard right now in the driver's seat as long as they can convert on their free throws. Because that'll be the game from here on out. It'll try to be quick scores from the Eagles, and then Chatard will look to
finish it with the free throws. Yep.
Grind out that clock and make their free throw shots.
These are, again, we talk about it, these are important free throws.
Roseman missed his only 2 in the first half, but since then is 3 for 3.
You know, good shooters shoot about 100 free throws each time at their practice. How many did you shoot at practice?
Oh, we shot a lot.
Yeah.
We 50 to 100. And if you're staying after, you're shooting more, and I'm sure we'll see some guys stay after practice and shoot some free throws. It hasn't been superb from anybody, really, but Roseman with 2 big ones there. Charge called against McElmore. That is a huge call.
And look who took it.
Kevin Wells off the bench. That is a huge play.
Comes off the bench. I'll take the hit, Coach.
A senior coming off the bench at that, too. Coach Roseman has such a deep roster of guys he can put out there.
30-second timeout by Heritage Christian.
You can see Coach Wallace looking for a timeout to be called there. Stay up to date with everything sports using our sports page at IndianaSRN.org, or you can check it out at Troy at RadioTroy.com. Scores, stats, articles, much, much more. Make sure you check it out.
And Basketball Weekly coming in January.
Troy D, he had a game.
We'll have Troy and I will be doing the show. We'll have coaches interviews during that show. We'll talk to you about the upcoming games on IndianaSRN, the IndianaSRN top 5 polls, and for boys and girls, 45 minutes of great entertainment and some surprise guests once in a while. It's the IndianaSRN and sports page Coaches Show, Basketball Weekly, coming in January.
So 54 seconds. Coach Wallace setting up his full court defense. We'll get it into a dangerous spot with Roseman, and Colvin nearly had a chance there to pick that one off, and instead will pick up this foul.
I have him for 4. So double bonus we go.
4 fouls for Colvin and 2 free throws upcoming for Sylvester Williams.
Stay with us. We'll have our post-game show. We'll have our player of the game and the 6th man award. Post-game show coming your way right after the ball game.
Williams cashes on the first. Free throw shooting has been decent tonight from Sylvester. He's 5 of 7.
If this holds up, Chatard will be 2-0, and Heritage Christian will go 0-3.
And it doesn't necessarily get much easier for the rest of the year for both of these teams. A tough schedule for all of them. Colvin kicks out. Macklemore can't hit that 3. Wiggins tips it into the hands of Dorsch, who gets fouled.
Not a good foul right there by Roseman. Should have let that go. Run some more clock off the. Now Dorsch at the line shooting 2. Heritage Christian tomorrow will play Southport at 12:30 in the Forum Classic. And Chatard will play tomorrow night at 7:30 at home against Evansville Bossy. What another tough game. Can you imagine playing Heritage on Friday and Bossy on Saturday?
Dorsch does hits the second.
His first point since the first quarter.
Bossy making the long trip up north. They're 3-1 this year.
Who did they play tonight? Did they play anybody tonight?
Let's check real quick as Alexander dribbles it around. Eagles will have to foul, and I think that one's on Colvin. It looked unintentional, of course. He just trips him up, and that's number 5 on Miles Colvin. Bossy did not play tonight, but check out these scoring numbers. In a loss to open the season, they scored 71. They beat Boonville 97-60. They defeated Forest Park 82-62. And out of state played Owensboro Catholic. Won that one 77-43. They're averaging 82 points through 4 games this year.
That's pretty impressive.
But how about that matchup? A high-scoring team in Bossy going up against the Chatard team, who has kept both of their opponents so far 46 or under. And meanwhile, for Heritage Christian, like Coach said, at Southport, that's a 12:30 tip tomorrow. The Cardinals, they've started the season 0-2. And tonight they were in battle with Bloomington South. Bloomington South, a pretty good team at 3-1. Made free throws there from Alexander. And a wide open lane to take it in goes Snively. And a quick timeout, a full timeout. Just 9.6 left to play in this one, so make sure you stick around.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
So a 5-point disadvantage for Heritage Christian. Attempts to go after steals, and then from there on just fouling in hopes that Chatard will miss their free throws. But not in a good spot here. Under 10 seconds and trailing by 5. St. John gets it in quickly to Roseman, who is quickly then fouled by Just 8.2 seconds until Bishop Chatard can say they start this season 2-0 under their first-year head coach, Kenny Roseman.
Both coaches done a great job. Thank you for all they did for us, stats and rosters. And really appreciate the hard work that these coaches put in and help us with our broadcast. Also want to thank the administrations of both teams, and Mike Ford and Mike Horseman, both athletic directors, and their crew.
Roseman, 6 of 6 at the free throw line in this fourth quarter. That would be the difference. Free throw shooting. McLemore's shot doesn't go, but Dorsch does get a 2 to go before the horn. It won't matter. The Trojans of Bishop Chatard come in and take the boys game in our boys and girls doubleheader tonight from Heritage Christian High School. Final score 47-42. The Trojans have now started this season 2-0.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Welcome to our post-game show. Final score there, 47-42, IndianaSRN. Thank you very much. Post-game show brought to you tonight by the Morales Group. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for IndianaSRN. It's Saturday, and that's tomorrow. We've got big games for you. It starts with the Covenant Christian Lady Warriors and the Greenwood Christian Cougars. Game time at 1:30. And then tomorrow night at Covenant Christian, but Buff visits Covenant Christian. Both teams playing very well. That's a 7:30 start. Southmont takes on Greencastle. That's a 7:30 start tomorrow evening as well. Muncie Central and Guerin Catholic. That's a 7:30 start as well. Evansville, Bosse, and Chatard, 7:30 start. And Lutheran taking on Greenwood Christian Boys, 7:30 start. All on IndianaSRN. You got the Army-Navy game, and you got 6 basketball games at IndianaSRN. I think you can just watch the basketball games.
What more can you ask for? I think people need more TVs. They need a TV for the football, and then, 5 different TVs for IndianaSRN games.
When we come back, we'll have the player of the game and the 6-man award right after.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
What a great ball game. 47-42 back here in the studios of IndianaSRN. Pre-game show, a post-game show brought to you by our good friends at Morales Group. And player of the game, your thoughts?
Well, it was a really a team effort. And watching Bishop Chatard play Washington earlier this week, that's exactly what it was on both ends of the floor. Leading them in scoring tonight, coming off the bench, Robert Davidson, the junior, had an 8-point second quarter and ended up with 4 points in the second half. But 12 points tonight for him. A.J. Roseman added 11. Those two guys leading the way for Bishop Chatard here tonight. But Davidson just really brought the energy. And he's got a great basketball IQ, great athleticism. He's going to be a fun player to watch for Bishop Chatard. He takes player of the game.
And our third final vote was our producer who said he looked like Davidson controlled the game when it came in the ball game. 6-man award. Same young man.
It's Robert Davidson. That's right. Yeah, coming off the bench, and he's a guy that we mentioned it during the game how he could end up very well being in the starting lineup for Coach Roseman. He has so many guys that can either play that 6-man role or they can be in the starting lineup. Such a deep roster. He played 11 again tonight. Looks like there were 7 different scorers for Bishop Chatard. That'll get the job done.
He had 11 players on Tuesday night with Washington, did the same thing. Slow start, and then trust his kid to play defense. They're not going to put a lot of points. They're not going to put 60 points on the scoreboard, it doesn't look like. But they will keep you down to 45, 46 points. And if they can do that and outscore you, they're going to win a lot of games.
Yeah, this team is not going to outscore you. They're not going to shoot lights out. They are going to grind down possessions, and they are going to keep teams, for the moment, under 46 points. That's what they gave up to Washington, who was averaging 70 coming into that one.
Yep.
This Heritage Christian team, a little bit of the same deal, a team that can really score the basketball, only give up 42.
Going to wrap it all up when we come back. A 2-minute commercial break. We'll be back right after this. It's Indiana SRN. It's the postgame show, brought to you by Morales Group.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
It's a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry-out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Before we leave, just a couple of things here. Don't forget the music 24/7 on Indiana SRN. Also, don't forget loaded games for you tomorrow. That girls game, folks, at 1:30 could be a doozy, and all 5 games tomorrow night. And they're all webcasts, so that's pretty cool. Merry Christmas, and thank you very much. We got another week or so before we take our Christmas break, but a lot of games in store for you. If you'd like to help us put more games on TV, or internet radio, you can contact us at coach@IndianaSRN. Our staff did a good job tonight, huh?
We sure did. We had our producer, Greg Smith, and our cameraman, Micah, did a tremendous job at Heritage Christian. So a total team effort from the Heritage Christian girls who won, and then also from the Bishop Chatard boys. So a split. But also our team here at IndianaSRN, double dipping tonight.
Yeah.
Nothing like it on a Friday night with 2 basketball games. But a full slate, like you said, tomorrow, and very much looking forward to it.
Drive safely out there. Have a great evening on behalf of the whole entire SRN crew. Thank you so much for tuning in. You've been watching Indiana SRN, where you're always in the
game.